Whoa.
All Jokes Aside podcast.
Brado.
What's the name of the podcast?
All Jokes Aside.
I love that.
All Jokes Aside, nigga.
I love that. Bitch, all jokes aside. Bitch, all jokes aside.
You're checking in to All Jokes Aside podcast.
Bitch, all jokes aside.
I'm rocking with All Jokes Aside podcast.
Bitch, all jokes aside.
And you listening to All Jokes Aside podcast. Turn up.
All jokes aside, you are rocking with All Jokes Aside, the podcast.
All right, we. Why I said that? I should just.
All right, we or B?
Yeah, let's get it. Babies. MJ don't know nothing about this song.
Take off.
How you gonna tell me?
Tell me.
Oh, you doing Glocks, pass me the tray pizza. Come to your block like yo sig, dog Mac and I piece sick. Don't come with the breach with me, for my crippies I crack out. JJ gon' back out, clear the whole background, you hear them guns
Sound
out.
good to the back.
My shooters pop out when
Nigga,
they
our vocals sound better than the song.
It's like 2 or 3 straps. Days not tough enough, they better structure up. Bitch, for this shit get critical. Left his bitch looking no miserable. Too many Glocks, we could pick and choose. If you bluff on the brim, that's a stupid move. Get a TD and I act like Victor Cruz.
Tell them niggas don't play with us. My shooter don't kill, we too dangerous.
We the smoke you don't want, nigga, ain't to us. And if you want them dead, they come aiming us. Plus, I won't say no names when they taking us. Get it.
Take it. The breach be the reason she naked.
These shots and I don't need to aim it. She know what to do.
Come on, Jay. Is you gonna slide or what?
What?
Is you gonna ride or what? When shit getting litty, is you ready to die or what?
Pop out. Is you ready to slide or what? Is you ready to?
Look at my nigga Siggy.
Is you ready to die or what?
Yeah. Is you ready to die or what? Nigga sold out his body stuck. Panic and mannequin out of luck.
Finish him, diligence, paddles, one. Please don't chop a bluff.
Yeah, we got that shit is hard, son. That shit is hard. Busy Banks featuring Siggy Black pop out. Yo, I saw a video on fucking World Star. A nigga in Brownsville was listening to that song, and he got shot in the head, and that song was playing as he was dying.
Yeah, I seen that.
No, that was
That's the song?
Yes.
I seen that.
The nigga was
That
dying,
song-
so this shit
yeah.
was like, is you ready to die or what?
Yeah.
Is you ready to die or what? After he got hit in the head.
Crazy.
He's dying while that part is playing, son. Crazy. Nigga outside in the Ville, like 3 in the morning, got popped standing outside.
Trying to
Crazy shit, man. Crazy.
What
What we at? Welcome back to episode 113 of the All Jokes Aside podcast. I'm your host, Will Mills, a.k.a. King Dirtbag, a.k.a. Big Chain. Know what I mean?
Yeah. AKA mug bag with the mug rag.
Come on back. I'm sorry.
AKA Barkley bag.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I brought those out to play today.
don't
Brought
ever,
those out to play.
Don't
you know
ever
what I mean?
hyperextend your leg.
I had to bring
in my
those back
direction
out.
again.
Know what I mean?
AKA broiled bag, AKA diet shaft, AKA shade bag. We won't forget that. We made shade room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share. AKA motherfucking the baby mama whisperer.
Also, welcome my beautiful co-host today.
Hello to this guy.
Now, we got a special guest co-host in the building today. We got the nephew. And ironically, we'll explain it later. That's both of our nephew.
Nephew.
Shout out to Majesty in the building.
Ready
King
for
Majesty
shit.
here.
That's
Madge.
You know what I mean? Straight from Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
AKA
In the
MJ.
building. AKA MJ. You know what I mean? AKA Ferrari 14s or, you know what I mean?
Brett 14's
That's him.
correction.
Brett 14s. I said Ferraris, my bad. The black toe make it the
Nah,
Brett,
them
my bad.
The
The Ferraris is hard. It's a little
you
bit
gotta
of,
make a
it's a little bit
correction
of
for
chicken,
them
my
bitch.
bad. I ain't want to make you look, I made you look a little too good on camera.
I don't know none of that Jordan talk, but that's
Also-
him though.
Also, welcome to my motherfucking producer / moderator / editor of the All Jokes Aside podcast, Quasi, a.k.a. Mr. Gray Area, a.k.a. Outfit all over the place.
That's
You know
him.
what I mean? A.k.a. yo, I'm about to go take the garbage out. You know what I mean?
Facts.
AKA Young Knees out. AKA Small Shorts. Them shorts is hard. I ain't gonna hold you, son. They little, but they are. Pause.
They're a little hard. Pause.
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 So, AKA 8 Oranges on. Know what I mean? AKA Young Orange.
Facts.
AKA Smee Geezy, AKA Smiles God, AKA,
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? Young, yeah. AKA Slim Diesel, the porn star. Make sure you jump in the fucking DMs for the complimentary access to the OnlyFans account.
At your leisure.
We back, know what I mean? Chinks is absent tonight. She had some family emergency. So, shout out to the co-host too, Chinks. We love you, babe. We will see you next week.
Feel better, Chinks.
You know what I'm saying? Prayers out to her family. You know, she lost somebody. And also, I gotta give a quick shout out, just out of respect. If you guys have been watching the show for a while, Cause, our former engineer, he lost his brother this week, a couple of days ago. He passed away, his little brother. So, shout out to you, Cause. Prayers out to you and your family. All right. So we're gonna keep the show going. Let's get it going. Now I'm explaining to you who Majesty is. Majesty is the nephew. Now, the way he's our nephew is because I'm gonna keep it gangster. His pops smashed both our sisters. Now, all right, no. His sister is Quasi's sister is Majesty's mom.
That's facts, though.
And you know things they didn't work out years ago, and now his father's married to my sister.
Yep.
So that's my nephew by marriage, and that's his nephew by blood.
Yeah.
But that's both our nephew, and I think that's pretty fucking dope.
This is how I met Dirt.
Right. He met me through Majesty. Right.
Facts.
Right. Nah, Majesty brought him through. Nigga was a straight fan. He was like, yo, I've been following you for mad long, son.
Right.
I want to know how I could get down.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, my nigga show up next week, you cornball ass nigga. He came through, and then
That's what he said.
that's where we at. Yo, but that song we was playing at the beginning of the show was Busy Banks. Now y'all heard about the Busy Banks and CJ situation. Y'all heard about it?
Yeah, I heard
Type
about it.
shit.
I seen
Now,
it.
I didn't know. See, and the thing about it is, I never really was too fond of CJ. We talked about this on the show. Like, I do got affiliations with him through some of my people. Shout out to Fame and Fortune. They real tight with him. He did a lot of things with them.
Okay.
But that don't mean I got to fuck with his music. You know what I mean? His music just never really sounded authentic to me.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, because drill have a real genuine feel to it.
I mean, bro,
that's what I always liked about
New York.
drill.
New York ate that song up though. They like. I mean, well, we got somebody in it. What you think?
I feel like it's more rappers that deserve a spotlight from New York rather than him. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, we
I
just
ain't
saying
gonna shit
the
on his
song
music,
though.
you know,
How
on
the song do in New York?
I don't really the song niggas fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Because of the gang element.
I guess because I don't know if it's because he was screaming whoopty or
That was wild. You don't
probably
think so?
yeah. You know what I'm saying, but now niggas not really fucking with his shit because you already know.
Right.
And that was my problem with it. I thought it was a dope song. I ain't gonna shit on the song. The song is dope, you know what I mean? But because I'm from there,
It didn't give you that feel.
yeah, they give me that feeling. It's like, bro, you're not even from Brooklyn. And you're not a part of this whole whoopty shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the gang time either, but if I'm gonna sit there and listen to some gang shit, I want to hear it from a real gangster.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? I'm not into the whole that same reason why I was never into 6ix9ine like that. I never bought into the shit he talked about.
Right.
So if you're talking a certain subject content and you're not about that, I'm not gonna fuck with it. But people from the outside looking in don't know that. So they just really fucking with it for that reason. You
That's
know
why
what I
he
mean?
still got a career though. That's why he
Right.
type smart. Cause
But he better hurry up because I heard his last couple of efforts. It ain't it, bro.
yeah,
It ain't it. He giving the 6ix9ine vibes because Whoopty is a direct call out to the gangs, and you got the gangs in your video. He was looking like the next coming to 6ix9ine. Real shit.
type
Not saying he a snitch or nothing. I don't know that much about him, but 6ix9ine was able to keep that act up because he always had the Bloods with him. CJ ain't really got nobody backing him that's of the gang element that's respected.
That's a step that he missed in,
Right,
in the CB4 starter kit.
Right.
You gotta have
the real
ones
niggas around you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, well, you gotta have, if you came out to Whoopty,
Get some hats.
Get some whoop-dees. You know what I mean?
Either way, like I don't even know how I feel about that neither though.
About what?
What you mean?
Like if you not around that, like why can't you just, you know what I'm saying? Be yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't go searching for that shit just because that's what you wanna. That's what's hot. That's what you gotta spit. You know what I'm saying?
You think? Do you think though? Cause you currently still reside in Brooklyn.
Nah, I don't.
Well, you in Queens.
Yeah, nah, I'm in Queens.
But you a Brooklyn nigga, 100%.
Yeah, I
right?
be in Brooklyn sometimes.
Yeah. But the thing with you, since you out there, right? We ain't out there. You younger than us. You think people still would have bought into him without the gang element that he came out with? You think people would have like even gave him a time of day?
That's
What,
a good
CJ?
question. It depends on what he was spitting.
Yeah.
And it,
What if he didn't say whoopty in the song? What if that wasn't his first track?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit up here and say like Brooklyn all we listen to is drill shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what it is and how it sounds. You know.
Right.
But I understand I understand why you would ask that because it's just like that's what niggas really mainly listen to is that drill shit. So, like,
I'm looking for the CJ. It was a video I saw the other day. I forgot where I saw it, and it was a comparison because I fuck with Busy Banks. I've been fucking with him.
Yeah.
One of my favorites in the drill scene. They put a side by side of CJ and Busy Banks. Bro, where'd you see it at?
Theft.
Where did you see it at? Where'd you see that video at? Was it Worldstar?
Instagram.
You saw it on Instagram? I'm trying to. I think I saw it on Worldstar.
Probably was Worldstar Instagram.
Bro, when I say straight rip off, bro, like come on, bro. All right, let me look for it right here. Bro, it was
Some
like,
shit where he started off by saying slide, right?
bro, I immediately stopped liking him, bro. Like I immediately. After that, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you know what?
I immediately
He did get super.
I immediately fraud, bro. And then I saw his response and I'm like, bro, why you acting like this man ain't got a reason to say what he's saying? My nigga, you literally stole his whole shit. Like the whole shit, bro. Let me see if I can find it. Where's this shit at, bro? I gotta find it, man. I gotta find it. I should have saved that shit. And why does it keep saying Dizzy? I'm looking for Busy Banks. Son. Busy Banks. CJ. Shit should pop up immediately. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Okay, so it probably wasn't here. All right, he's not Whoop the Foundation allegedly faking. Oh, 22 G's coming at him. No. This is not it. All right, I'm going to find that shit right now. Anyway, y'all chop it up while I'm looking for... I'm acting like I'm going to walk away or some shit. Theft.
Yeah, I mean...
All right, here it is. Here it is. I think this is it. This should be right here. I think... Hopefully this is it. Let's see. This is crazy, bro. All right.
Alright, so this just happened. Look, so Brooklyn rapper Busy Banks is not too happy with CJ at the current moment in time. Over the weekend, Busy took to his Instagram story to air out CJ for allegedly copying everything off of him.
Everything.
That CJ need to give me my credit, no cap. He wrote in the story, jacking my lingo and flow. I'm tired of not getting the recognition I deserve. I started this new wave of drill rap. Let's talk about it. Academics reposted Busy Banks.
See, they need to stop saying that too, son. You didn't start the new wave of drill rap, bro. It's everybody doing the same shit. He just so happened to like your style and stole your shit.
yeah.
And I think a lot of them niggas do that to each other, but it's like, yo, all right, he blew up, so now I'm going to go at him. Because all these niggas almost sounded like, bro. But just
Rory, and put his
Busy, though, this nigga, CJ, he ripped his shit off. I need to find that mashup they did, man. Because that's not it. That's not it.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was going to. Because the one I seen, it, I don't even think they had anybody talking.
They put the lyrics next to
they
each
just
other.
showed the lyrics.
And I was like, whoa, is it right here?
But I ain't gonna lie, when you think about it, like in the rap game, a lot of like mainstream rappers do that shit too, though. Like,
Not as bad as he did, son. Not as bad as CJ did.
Well, you got to think about it. We only know the ones that get exposed. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. It happens all the time.
Because I get flow because you got to flow a certain way to be on drill. But straight, he stole his bars, like
oh no,
a lot of them, bro.
Yeah.
A whole bunch.
I don't really bump the nigga for me to, man.
My question is,
Know that shit.
right, like how do people think they're going to get away with it, though? That's the part.
Right.
Especially now with the internet era.
Right, because, yeah, exactly. Eventually you're going to get exposed. And Busy Banks is not whack.
Yeah,
So eventually, I mean, if we had to go choosing who's a better drill rapper, of course Busy. Of course Busy over CJ any day. And like I said, CJ better hurry up and come with another one, bro, because his last couple of songs, trash.
I think he might be.
Busy got some songs on the radio.
Who?
Busy? Up north he do, but CJ got a more national.
You see, that shit is so crazy, son. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, how the fuck, out of all niggas from Brooklyn, how the fuck is this nigga?
Who, CJ?
Yeah.
He got a deal.
And his uncle, I think it's his uncle. I forgot who his uncle is. His uncle's pretty big in the industry.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, his uncle's pretty big in the industry. I think he's from Miami. He's pretty big.
But we're not taking away from. He wrote a good song. That fucking Whoopty shit. He wrote a good song.
And here's the part though.
All from the town, all from New York. You know
This nigga talking crazy shit.
At the end of the day,
if he wrote it,
them niggas is mention my name first. So when I make my little songs and I make my little comments and shit, it's a problem, right?
Listen. See, this is how I want to put some context behind it. Like, he's talking shit, and like real shit, he literally stole this man's flow and his bars.
Does he actually respond to it?
He's responding to it right now.
I mean, he's responding to it, but does he respond to it? Because
he made a song too.
Is he explaining how?
Yeah, he's talking about it right
all
now.
Of them lyrics got okay.
Oh, the lyrics? No, he don't talk about
that's the problem. The lyrics.
He don't talk about that at all. He don't bring that shit up at all.
Deflection, man. Deflection.
100% deflection.
Deflection is manipulation, man.
Yeah.
Them niggas could both suck my dick respectfully.
See what I'm saying?
And I'll say it again. And I'm going to keep saying it. Y'all niggas can't stand a chance with me, bro.
See, now you're talking about fighting. This is fighting.
Fuck the numbers and all that, because I already beat y'all niggas with the numbers. No cap. Y'all niggas, y'all not even in my bracket. I'm 8 months in. Y'all niggas been in the game for years. And y'all still ain't touching me.
See? You starting to sound like 6ix9ine now.
You know what I'm saying? And I never even do this, bro. I don't let that shit get to me. But I see niggas in my comments and shit, you know what I'm saying? But
that's not trolling. Like he's just deflecting.
Let's set it up.
Good old fashioned
fighting.
Niggas gonna take something.
Deflection. You're talking about fighting now.
It's only gonna be one 6ix9ine. First of all, CJ, let's get that out the way. Niggas is not letting that happen again.
And 6ix9ine don't deflect.
And here's another thing about 6ix9ine. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it, I'm saying on the show. 6ix9ine makes way better music any day, bro.
What, the CJ?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if he can't make another, he can't make another whoopty, then yeah, hell no.
Listen, I can hate 6ix9ine all I want, but the nigga don't make whack music overall.
Yeah,
he really don't make whack music, son.
It's decent.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's
well put together. Well put together.
Right,
music.
and I meant to. I forgot my Orlando video. Orlando, I look at Orlando different now because niggas was talking mad shit. I mean, niggas was looking. Orlando's been looking great lately. Especially like with all the concerts, Orlando's open up. Orlando's looking stars. Right. All the stars is coming to Orlando.
Coming to Orlando. Nigga, they coming from Orlando.
No. I mean, coming from, but coming to. I'm talking about as far as concerts and.
Oh, yeah.
Like Orlando's doing it. Orlando's like looking like the Mecca right now.
You know what I think it is?
Let me finish. And then, you know what I'm saying? When DMX first passed, Orlando went viral because Orlando was the first city to celebrate that shit in the street.
Yeah.
And then a week later, son. 6ix9ine concert. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah.
At Tier?
Saw it.
The nigga jumped into the audience off the balcony with $2 million worth of jewelry on.
Landed on his feet.
Nothing happened to him, bro.
Yeah, but did you see the crowd?
No, he was crowd surfing. They was holding him up.
Did you see the crowd?
Like you see who was in the crowd?
It was Kissimmee.
All right. Yeah, it wasn't Kissimmee. It was a bunch of little white kids. But here's the thing, though, right?
Yeah.
We talking about downtown Orlando too. We're not talking about Amway. We're not talking about Dr. Phillips Center. Niggas will get at you in Tier. God bless the dead. My nigga got killed in Tier.
I think niggas.
Disco JR got killed.
I think
niggas
killed
in Tier.
Like. Yeah. Rest in peace. I think niggas didn't want to get seen at the 6ix9ine joint.
I'm not gonna call none of you bitch ass niggas out, bro.
Damn.
But niggas I fuck with, DJs and promoters, y'all was in the building, and y'all niggas ain't even repost.
Hold on, what
that
they
shit.
supposed to do? Beat the nigga up?
No.
What is it supposed to do?
Bro, at some point you gotta have some kind of like nigga. I saw niggas on the flyer that I fuck with. And they didn't repost nothing. They was in the building. Like, they was in there on a mic. shouting this shit out. Like, y'all niggas is different, bro. It's a certain moral and code you got to follow when it comes to this nigga. You got to choose the morals over the bag sometimes, bro.
But they not street niggas.
That's a bad look.
It's not street shit, though.
So what? It's a bad look. As a man, it's a bad look. I would have turned that down. If they'd asked me to come host a 6ix9ine concert, it'd have been a different look. And even if I would have went, I would have showed up and violated. I'd have showed up and violated.
Hey, I mean, do what you do. I can't knock somebody for. Yeah.
I can't. Orlando should have been the first city to do that. Orlando should have been the first city to do that, to bring that nigga over here. And
he was in Vegas and shit. He was in Vegas.
Yeah, but Vegas is more of a part. I mean, the residents live over there. Like, Orlando, we right here in the city. That shit was a bad look, bro, for the city.
He a bad enough look for me.
I don't want to hear these gangster niggas out here talking like, y'all Orlando gangsters. Don't say nothing, bro. Y'all supposed to get at that nigga.
They supposed to risk it all.
How you risking anything?
It's none of their business.
How are you risking anything? But they beefing with each other for the same shit that he really did.
They really got.
They came to your city.
They really got problems with each other.
And you knew what he was
in
doing.
a realistic world. You want to see? You think somebody should have did something?
Here's the real shit though. It's because of what he did afterwards. You know what he gonna do.
What he do?
You know he gonna go online like, yeah, niggas ain't touching me. I came to the city. Niggas ain't do nothing.
Nah, not with Orlando. Orlando ain't
He did that.
He said Orlando. Did he say Orlando?
He didn't say Orlando, but he said niggas saying I can't perform. You use this city as a catalyst for that.
But he ain't say Orlando.
Don't matter, bro. It looks bad.
Because it sets it up for niggas to say, oh, that's Orlando.
Right. It looked bad for the city. It's a bad look. That shit made Orlando look bad.
But he don't even got no beef in Orlando. That's what I don't even understand. Like,
but
that's what I'm saying. Why would anybody do something?
Do something, yeah.
He got beef with niggas who be beefing.
He got beef
all right,
with
niggas who be beefing out here.
Yeah.
Talk that no snitching shit and
types. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
but they got personal beef with each other. I don't think.
But you can't. But you know, Orlando.
That's a big risk to take.
All right, I'm gonna say something else. Orlando don't got that energy anyway.
What?
Like Orlando don't got that energy to where there's a true love amongst the natives for their own city.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Niggas is rapping.
Nah.
What? You got Hot Boy. He rap, bro. Glock 9, he rap. Cutter Reese got a song with Lil.
Watch this. Do they
Cutter
rap
Reese got a song with
Orlando,
Lil.
or do they rap?
They rap Orlando.
Or do they rap Orange County?
They rap Orlando. Pootie was just on
Yeah, I know Pootie. Cause Pootie.
You know who he just did No Jumper.
Yeah.
He said West Orlando, Carver Shores. It's getting different, bro. It's getting different. And Cutter Reese just did a song with Lil Durk. He be in the same shop I took you to.
Watch this though, right? If 6ix9ine showed up to Miami, Miami niggas is shutting that shit down. They not letting him perform in that city.
Well,
this is what I'm saying about Orlando.
That's theory.
But all right. If 6ix9ine ain't got no beef with nobody in Detroit, if he went to Detroit niggas would not let that show happen.
Don't he be with police though?
No,
you know why you picked Detroit. Don't do that. They got a well documented no fly zone.
That nigga be with police.
If you wanted Orlando to look any pussier than what niggas already originally think, there you go.
Yeah, the Orlando dynamic because
have,
Orlando's fighting so hard to get over that
right.
So yeah, not Orlando. I feel
he brought us back
a little bit. Yeah, I feel
right. You know what I'm saying? So
we worked real hard the last couple years.
Any city I could think of would not have let that show go down. Jacksonville would not let that happen.
I can't let you say that, Dirk, because number one, it'd
have been some niggas to call.
We don't know.
I think that nigga be with police, and if he be with police, then
not in another city. He could be with feds.
That's
he gotta get some off-duty cops here, but nah, I saw the niggas.
He did a club too.
He did a club. That's what I'm saying. He did a club. He jumped. He didn't do a concert is different because now you have police protection. In a nightclub,
I'll tell you one thing.
Though. That's bodyguards.
I'll tell you one thing though.
What?
He read the room before he jumped in the crowd. He read the room.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to read the room because Orlando, a lot of the gangsters are Hispanic.
Right. But. You know.
Son, he had the line wrapped around the corner, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was a bad look for Orlando. I'm sorry. But anyways, moving along.
It's interesting.
Here's something also interesting. We were wrong about something, and I'm not even apologizing.
I like being wrong. That means I'm about to learn something.
The energy they put out there. Rory and Maul are back.
Oh, we were wrong.
They're back. But
they did an episode?
Yeah. Yesterday. Today's episode. They was on.
Any highlights?
I didn't see any highlights, but I listened to it.
Okay.
I listened to the beginning, which is all I need to hear, right? So they was talking about the beef, right? That Rory and Joe had. And then Maul said he's not doing the show without Rory because he didn't feel like Joe should have said, yo, Rory, you should take a couple of episodes off without including Maul in that conversation before he made that decision.
Oh, so. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why Maul walked off. But then they kept alluding to business. He's like, yeah, some business things we could discuss, but we looked at friends and they kept talking about the business. So I'm like, yeah, it's a business.
Yeah, you called, but you called that.
It's business. Because it's
no,
business.
We said it had to be business because it couldn't have been
right
over no joke.
Like both of them niggas, yeah.
Joe was making.
And it still seemed, I stopped it right before y'all came here. But it still seemed a little uncomfortable. Like the conversation was mad uncomfortable. But Maul did say some shit. Maul said he feels some kind of way about Joe bringing other niggas on the show, regardless of who it is.
My response to that, in my little experience in podcasting, Joe needs somebody to talk to.
Right, show must 100%.
So, what do y'all expect?
He feels some kind of way about that. He said, I don't have a problem with you bringing other people on the show, but I have a problem with you bringing people on the show before you try to fix the problems you have with us. Like you didn't even attempt to.
The show must go on.
That's the same thing he said.
Is my response.
But he said in the midst of that, you could have at least tried to fix the problems that we were having instead of letting the whole month go by.
You think this Shea Butter's in the shot?
I think Stella's in the shot. They don't pay us.
No, I usually get the back like that.
Shea Butter probably in the shot, but so what, nigga?
Shea Butter, bitch.
There ain't no brand. It's just Shea Butter itself. And nobody would have knew what it was. It could look like a bowl of
curry,
something. You know what I mean? But let's keep it moving on.
My bad.
Speaking of the Knicks shorts you're wearing,
yeah,
you told me to ask you about the Knicks.
Yeah, man.
Why?
So let's rewind back to the off season before the 2020-2021 season started.
Okay.
There was a big hoopla about KD
coming to the Knicks.
Well, he was already 2 years ago.
Right.
2 years ago. Damn. We talked
because he got hurt that season.
He got hurt, so he didn't play. So that season really didn't count.
Right.
And then the bubble and all that bullshit. So we was in here talking, remember? And I was like, yo, like, because the Knicks didn't. It was in the Knicks world. It was. Oh no, you said I was hating on the Nets.
Right.
Because I was saying, man, fuck KD. I don't really think he fit in with New York, and he costs too much, and he's injured. We don't know what he's gonna be like. He came back monster, by the way.
Right.
Straight monster. And congrats to him, because I hate when injuries cause players not to be as good as, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, so he goes to the Nets, and the Knicks take Julius Randle instead.
Right.
So he was like a good player, you know what I mean? He's straight, but good player with a bunch of potential to be great.
Right.
And he costs much less. Right. So now we get a Julius Randle. We got an RJ Barrett. We're working with him. He's homegrown.
Still trash, but keep going.
You been watching this season?
What are the Knicks at in the East? Number what?
Number 4.
Knicks number 4?
Nigga, the Knicks was on a 9-game winning streak. The Knicks are the talk of the NBA. But I'm not even gonna get on you about that because I just got back to NBA literally last week.
Right.
And came back to great news that the Knicks is on a tear right now. Nigga, RJ Barrett is balling, nigga. They all balling. And it's on some, we turning into the New York Warriors, nigga. Because we just drafted some real good players. You know what I'm saying? And we got.
You said that because I'm wearing my Nets hat tonight?
Nah.
And you wearing Knicks shorts?
You ain't got a Nets hat.
Oh, I'm wearing the USA. I had the Nets hat on. I took it off.
Oh, bad. Good look. That was smart.
I had the Brooklyn Nets hat on.
Good move.
I thought
but basically Julius Randle stepped his game up. He's dropping 30 every other game.
Right.
We got Derrick Rose, you know what I'm saying, on some leadership shit. He's balling.
That's right. D Rose is on the Knicks now. I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? RJ Barrett jumper is wet. You know what I mean? My man Quickly. Pause. His jumper's wet. And Quickly is balling. But anyway, my point is, and I'm really talking to the barbershop. Shout out to Blade Runners Barbershop, Pine Hills, Orlando. I told y'all niggas, man, sometimes you just got to be patient. Be patient.
So the Knicks definitely on the playoff run.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we're expected to go to the second round too. But check us out.
They gonna have to see the Brooklyn. They have to see the Nets.
Yeah, here go the nuance.
That's crazy.
We also talked about this on the show.
Right.
So when Zion Williamson was doing the draft press, they asked him what team he would like to go to. No, they asked him if he got drafted by the Knicks because the Knicks had that number 3 pick. They asked him if he got drafted by the Knicks. He said, "I would love to play for New York City."
I remember that. New York was actually supposed to get Zion.
We had the 3rd pick, so it was kind of rough.
But that's where he wanted to go.
I was hoping for Ja Morant, but his eyes lit up when New York.
Ja Morant is a New York baller,
right?
For sure.
So Ja Morant was the number 2 pick,
right?
Right. The Grizzlies got him. The Knicks got R.J. Barrett, who happens to be Zion Williamson's best friend from college in Duke. So now, niggas in the barbershop were saying Zion Williamson don't want to play for no New York Knicks. Them niggas is trash. I say, yo, what if we get good? We got some good young players. Niggas laughed at me. Right? These are Orlando Magic fans, which I like the Magic. But still,
that's crazy. Niggas is Magic fans.
It's Orlando Magic fans. And niggas was talking crazy because the Magic, they was in the playoffs last year.
Right.
So this year, the Magic ain't playing the...
Let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy when your team is that trash that you're satisfied with them just making the playoffs?
Yeah, that's where we at with it.
Like, niggas is just happy. Niggas is just happy with them making the playoffs. Like, oh, well, they made the playoffs, though. Like, okay.
That's us. That's him. For sure. But, yeah.
But the Magic fans have always... That's good enough for them. Because they know them niggas ain't winning.
They made it to the finals, that you know what I mean? But, yeah, so...
1990 what? 90s.
6?
Yeah.
So...
What year you was born, MJ?
02.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
See, we sitting with a grown man right now that wasn't even
grown.
Grown. That shows you, that speaks volumes, my nigga.
But yeah, long story short, Zion Williamson, rookie, his rookie deal is up after 2 years.
Right.
The Knicks are balling. His best friend is on the Knicks. And we didn't spend the bread on KD and Kyrie.
Right.
We got Julius Randle, who's playing like damn near a notch under Kyrie and KD.
So in short, what you're saying is,
in short,
I feel you. I got you.
That's it.
So
I think Zion Williamson is gonna come to the Knicks. That's my next prediction.
Yeah, because
Zion Williamson coming to the Knicks to play with R.J. Barrett, nigga, and we going to the chip.
See, I should have had the shit pulled up already.
That's the Knicks shit. Yo, that's the Knicks shit. Yo, we look for anything to say we going to the chip.
I've come to talk with you again.
Matter of fact, no, this.
We going to the chip, nigga.
You are fake news. You are fake news.
I said we going to the chip.
Yeah. I was a Knicks fan. I'm still a Knicks fan.
Oh, what's up, yo?
I'm from Brooklyn though.
Come on, don't do that.
The only niggas who could jump ship, and it's acceptable.
You gonna make you can't make the rule for what you're about to do.
Here's my thing, right? I'm fucking with the Brooklyn with the Nets right now, right? Because the Knicks is shitty. I've been behind the Knicks since I was a kid. It was my first team.
Please.
New York ain't have no team but the Knicks. You know what I mean? But did you know the Nets were originally a New York team though?
Yeah.
They were the New York Nets.
ABA?
No.
And then went to
NBA. They were the New York Nets when Dr. J played for them.
Okay.
It was never the New Jersey Nets. It was the New York Nets. The Nets was a New York team.
That's a reach.
No, it's not a reach.
Yeah, make your case. Make your case.
My case is I don't like what the Knicks did. That whole Dolan fiasco shit.
But that's Dolan.
And how they did Oak. I ain't like that, bro.
That's Dolan, man.
I don't like how they did Oak, bro. That shit hurt me.
Talking about the Knicks,
that hurt
team,
me, bro. That hurt me. How
basketball.
I'm talking about the organization. How they did Oak. You gonna do Oak like that? That's a New York Knicks legend, bro.
So this is what we doing to bandwagon KD and Kyrie.
I'm not bandwagoning on KD
and Blake
and Kyrie.
And whoever else. And the Monstars.
I was on board with the Nets. Listen, I was on board with the Nets when when Hov brought him over there.
I could believe that.
When Hov brought him over there, I got to ride with my city.
Believe. And you know what? I was
this before KD didn't count.
And guess what? I'm not against the Nets now neither.
Right.
And as much
they're definitely gonna do it. They're gonna win this year.
They're gonna win what?
They're going to win the chip this year.
Well, here's my thing with that, right? The way my brain works, I got to see you do something. I got to see you do it because those 3 players are not, like I always say, they're not leaders. They're balling right now. But I got to see.
You're not looking at Blake. You're not looking at Deontay.
These are all these niggas fall under this category. All of them.
Right. They ain't got no bench.
They've never. Huh?
They ain't got no bench.
No, that's not. Oh, they ain't got no bench?
No.
Yeah, that's an issue, but they're kind of young. They're young overall. They're good. They're solid. But damn, what I was gonna say. Yeah, we never seen none of these cats in a leadership position. Like even a KD, even though he won Finals MVP, you're not gonna look me in my face.
Leadership in OKC.
Oh, how?
KD was? You think it was Westbrook?
Yes, the leader. Yes, and that was the problem. That's why.
I think it was a struggle with them. I wouldn't give it to Westbrook automatically.
The leader of the court, yes. The go-to guy to score, KD. But you see what happened when they went to him. Now, when he's playing with motherfucking with 2 of the greatest shooters of all time, he gets real comfortable.
Oh, that wasn't his team. That was always Steph's team.
Okay, so you feel me
for sure.
So now Harden is a leader, but he's known to kind of fizzle out in the playoffs.
Right.
Kyrie, contrary to popular opinion, one of the greatest handles of all time, but contrary to popular opinion, he's very inconsistent in the playoffs.
Agreed.
And if you watch sports, bro, we know the playoffs is a different monster, man.
I'm saying this. The reason
so it's hard for me to give him that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not that confident.
That's right.
Yo, they gonna win.
If I'm looking at the East and the West, right? I only look at the 2 conferences.
Yeah.
And I say, who in the East is going to stop them from getting there?
No. They looks like they're gonna get there.
Right.
But don't sleep on the Celtics. Don't sleep on the Sixers. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm saying who's gonna beat the Brooklyn.
I gotta see them. Brooklyn might beat Brooklyn.
That could happen.
You feel me?
When the ego get involved,
because them and
that could happen.
Here's another thing that niggas don't understand. Harden, KD, and Kyrie. Guess how many games they played together? All 3 of them together.
They haven't played many games together.
7.
Somebody's always out, bro.
7 games. So now they're gonna jump in the playoffs. All 3 of them have little. They all have little mental issues, not like mental health, but mental as far as they can get a little thrown off their game. Right. All 3 of them can, and they've only played 7 games together. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying we know these guys.
Right.
So I can't be like, yo, they're gonna win the chip. That's disrespectful to LeBron and AD. I don't know when LeBron gonna be back, but let's see.
LeBron out right now?
Yeah, he's out. I forgot why he's out, but they resting him for injury until on the playoffs. It's coming up. He'll be back.
Okay.
Gonna be a very interesting playoffs.
All right, that's a good take on the Knicks. You know, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now, so we'll see where it ends up at. I'm gonna get into the next thing, real quick, because even Majesty is I'm gonna hit this is fresh for me, fresh from my ears. This Kevin Samuels shit.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get into the.
Hold on, can I context it?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know if it was Spiritual World or Shade Room or one of these sites, right? They posted, so Kevin Samuels, you about to hear him have a back and forth, right, with a young lady, and it gets to a point where it gets into that miscommunication mode where it's like they're talking at each other, right? And they both feel like the other one is trying to take over the conversation and talk over each other. Right. Now that I'm not sure what site it was, but they posted it and they only posted the end part where Shorty's on some like Kevin Samuels. He's trying to talk over me. Like, yo, you trying to talk over me and not letting me talk, you're not letting me make my point.
But this is after all the fluff.
This right here, what I sent you, is the whole thing that Kevin Samuels posted. And when I saw the other one earlier this morning, I commented and I put, I got to see the whole thing, because usually when Kevin Samuels starts cutting a girl off, it's because she's deflecting. So this the whole thing.
All right, hopefully this is the right one.
I hope it's the right one.
Is it the last one with the bigger girl?
No, that's the one I sent you.
No, I'm looking at it on my. All right, let me see. We're gonna play from.
No, go to the AJH. Go to the group chat. I sent it.
You texted to me.
Now go to the group chat. It's in there.
All right, let's see.
Oh, but you would have to connect it to that.
No. I can look at it from here.
I bet.
You sent it to me. All right, here we go. You sent it to the
And
group
pause.
chat? All right, here we
Pause.
go.
Tell me how long it is.
All right. Well, we can skim through.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, so it's all right. Here we go.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how I feel about the nigga Kevin Samuels. I ain't
Really?
Yeah.
How much of him would you say you heard if you had to just pick a number? Like how much time you spent listening to him?
I don't really listen
Clearly
that.
to you and to every other.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? I got probably hear like little clips on Facebook or some shit like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't like him too if I only heard clips.
Remember, I originally didn't like him.
Yeah. Me neither.
I originally
You played him, and we all was like, "Damn,
he's
nigga."
an asshole.
And when I heard his whole shit, I was like, "Oh shit."
When you remove emotion from what this man is saying, boy, it's why it's the white in them. That one, right?
Yeah.
Media.
That's the sort of.
Yep.
Click, 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 and I just let her go. Cause see what she thought she was doing when she was checking me. I'm just sitting there reeling her in. I'm like, I'll let you go. We say this very clearly to you and to every other woman. How you leave your house is media.
How far did you? Oh, you got an intro. That's right.
That's the beginning.
I forgot he had that little intro.
I don't believe that.
You know what? Also, I'm gonna say this real quick. People got to keep in mind, Kevin Samuels is 52 years old. He a grown ass man.
He's at that fed up age in life.
He's at that age where
No
the
tolerance.
filter is gone, low tolerance, and everything is logic. There's no emotion. You don't got no time for that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm reaching that pinnacle too.
Yeah, we getting there.
We do control any of.
Really?
No, I don't. Because I put
Pause
it to you
real
like
quick.
this: the women who are.
They're talking about the control of the programming and what's. She's making the argument that media and entertainment pushes the narrative to program us of what the ethnic image is. He's saying no, they put the money behind it because that's what we like. I agree with that. But that's what they're talking about. Yes. That's one of the big myths I want to tackle. That's an episode coming. That's a myth. That's a big myth.
But we like what we like because of
that actually ties into our conversation. But yeah.
But we like what we like because what the media depicted, and this goes way back to slavery.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does because we were taught originally that dark skin is bad, light skin is good. We were taught that the finer skinned black woman was more appealing. We were taught these things, and this is still what the media puts out there.
No, but you're picking a specific topic. I'm just saying in general, they put money behind whatever we want. If that's the case, a Black Panther would have never came out.
What you mean?
We wanted Black Panther.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, we talked about this when Black Panther. We talked about this on the show. The point that I made after Black Panther was that this proves my point that it's not the white man. They just put money behind whatever they think we want. Now, I'm not saying they're right about what we want all the time. Right. They're not always right. Sometimes they pick some corny shit that they think we want. But the point is, they're not. It's not an agenda at this point.
Right.
It's an autopilot.
We talked
now.
about this on the show before, and we said that we're always comfortable with the peanuts.
Yeah.
We're a peanut grabbing culture. Like, give us the bare minimums, something that make us feel good or look good, and we can. All right.
No, but it's not give us. We really like this shit. Like, we like it. Tyler Perry started in the fucking in theaters.
Right, and
people pulled up and bought tickets to watch this shit.
That's a great example. Yeah. Because white men ain't got nothing to do with Tyler Perry making dark-skinned black men villains.
Bro, I'm at the point where they got
He did that. Like, he did that. That's all black.
Dirt. I'm at the point where I'm saying they don't got nothing to do with none of it.
Bro, they don't literally have shit to do with it.
They put money behind whatever we're fucking interested in. It's money for them,
You just hit it on the nose with that Tyler Perry shit.
Yeah.
Because Tyler Perry at one point completely controlled that narrative. Like, all right, it's the evil black man, and he got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then it's the broke ass nigga who's the savior.
Yeah.
It's always that. The weak black woman with the rich black man who's abusive or he's fucked up, and then some broke ass black man who ain't got no money, but he's Christian. He's the savior.
Now, do you know why? See, Tyler Perry understood how media works.
Right.
Tyler Perry didn't invent that fucking concept in his head.
Yeah.
He was appeasing to it to feelings.
Demographic, yeah.
To a certain demographic. He was appeasing. This is what they want. It makes sense.
I like that. Tyler Perry was a great example.
And that's what he was trying to explain to Shorty.
All right.
Woman that just left, she doesn't represent me as a black woman.
Sure she does.
No, she doesn't. How does she represent? She has nothing to do with me. I don't know anyone like her.
Excuse me. Because there's something called an ethnic image. And it's what it is she is a microcosm of everything. If I told you 5'6" and knows martial arts, you wouldn't think an African. You would think Chinese. There's an ethnic image. And the ethnic image of a black woman is the sapphire, the nail Carter, the give me a break, the short, fat, sassy, strong, independent. That's the ethnic image. And the part that you say you don't control the media, well, what is Ebony, Essence, Madame Noir, Grapevine, Fox?
Black women don't own any of those things.
Oh, excuse me.
Watch this.
But who's running them? Who owns them and who runs them? Who's sitting up?
Okay,
sitting? No. See, what you're going to try to do is play the ownership game. Who is sitting in the chairs on these programs?
It's white executives who make the decision.
It's like kryptonite.
I'm sorry?
Accountability is like kryptonite.
Honey, I have no problem taking accountability for anything that I do. I can speak for myself.
The thing is, we're not just speaking about you, because if you speak about you, you can deflect for anything. I said black female image, not you.
But you brought up accountability. And I'm not discrediting or taking away anything from what we do and what we perpetuate, but it's also the image that we are shown that we have no control.
No, it's not shown.
Let me pause this real quick. You know what?
You heard what she just said, right?
Yeah. When you think about it from the perspective that she's thinking about it, you also should admit that you're weak as fuck. Because if other people can control how you think, you're weak. Admit that then. Admit that you're easily manipulated.
Yeah.
Admit that too. Like, okay, well, it's the media. The white media is controlling what we think and what we see for ourselves. If that's true, if that's the logic, then the logic is also then you're weak as fuck.
Yeah. You can't
admit that too.
You got to take that with it. That comes
that comes along with the package.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you have your own mind.
Right.
Your own mind.
Or do you?
That's the same thing I said about on my live about black women and raising boys.
Yeah.
Right. So what I said was, if the logic is that black women raising black men and these black boys turn out fucked up, it's because the absence of a father, then that also means that you don't know what you're doing.
So you got to take that.
It means both, because it's like, all right, so if it can't be because the presence of who ain't even there, like the person is not there at all. He's absent. The father ain't there. He's not in the picture. He didn't take no part in raising this boy. So this boy turns out a certain way, and you're blaming the person that wasn't there that his life is fucked up.
I ain't gonna lie, I understand what you're saying, but like at a certain age, a mom can't control they son.
Right, that's a fact.
Especially like it depends on how the
no
mom.
matter how good of a mom she is.
Right, it depends on how the mom is built. Like now, like say if it's like a little petite, little short black mom, and it's like a nigga like this niggas that's like teenagers that's like your size,
right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? She not gonna do nothing. She can't do nothing if he want to really go out there and do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? So
and that's the thing, yeah.
That's what a father do. Father instill the rules and shit like that. So if his pop's not there, of course he gonna be sitting there wild unless he really respect his moms.
Right, but see, the part is with a lot of black women, and I'm gonna say black women in general because I don't know the white world. A lot of black women don't admit that, hey, I don't know how to raise this boy. They don't admit it. What they do is they put the sole ownership of the boy turning out the way he did on the father. You can't blame somebody who wasn't even there. He's fucked up for not being there. Yeah. But just say you didn't know what you was doing. That's an acceptable answer.
Right. But you brought that up. That was just an example.
I brought that up to
say
right
that sometimes when you're trying to counter a a point,
right?
There's other shit that come with the counterpoint.
And I hope he says it because Kevin Samuels is very insightful like that. I hope he says it.
Nah, I mean he didn't have to because it's just not the truth. They don't control our minds.
Right, and that's going somewhere else with it too.
Yeah,
he's sticking to the script.
Yeah, well, they give us what they want, and then they slip shit in with what we want. But we got to take accountability that we like what we're getting.
Like what we're getting, right? Because if that's the case, we wouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, we're giving them too much credit. We're giving them too much credit.
Because
if you're doing that, you're saying these white people came up with this shit and fed it to us and tricked us into liking it and making us thinking that is ours.
Right.
Come on, son. They're not that ill.
Let's see what else. Let's get into it a little more.
Okay.
It's programmed.
Sandra Rhimes. Don't. Sandra Rhimes. Why do we have? She wrote Scandal. A black woman.
She wrote Scandal, but it had to get.
Hold on. No. They're gonna do whatever makes money. They're gonna do what they're gonna. And the fact is, but who they write it for and who consumed it?
They are the black.
Who did they write it for and who consumed it?
But listen to me. Black people, they're not writing for the black. No, they're writing.
Who did they write? See, this we've already covered it. First off,
I see it. I see what's going on.
That won't work here.
Because you're throwing assumptions.
That won't work here. That won't work
Bro,
here.
She's not even trying to have a conversation with him.
It's about probably like 10, 15 seconds away from where whatever site it was I saw on Instagram started the video.
Okay.
Some tricks going on right here. Watch.
That's one thing that won't work. We can try to have a conversation, but you cannot overtalk me. I allow that with no one. You didn't answer my question.
You didn't.
And you're going on to another point. That's not okay.
Right.
I asked you, who is it written for? Sandra Rhimes, Scandal, Love and Hip Hop, all these things. Who are they looking for? Who are they written for? What audience?
For the black audience.
Right. Like female audience.
Okay. But again, if we are not choosing what goes on the air, because they're not finding all content for black people, it's a certain type of content for black people that they want to show and they want to perpetuate. And then we are watching because it's programming and we are following.
I come from the industry, and I will tell you that I come from the advertising and marketing. So let me tell you, if black people did not consume that product, they would not put it out there.
Right.
There's a market for
it. It's a myth, bro. It's a myth.
Right.
But it's all programming.
No,
it's not all programming.
That's my response. Because, see, I come from the sales world, and I also come from the advertising and marketing world. See, the bottom line is this. At 5 years old? Is that what you said, 35?
Yeah.
There was a movie called The Hollywood Shuffle.
Remember
written
that?
by
Robert Townsend.
Not Tommy Davidson.
Robert Townsend.
The guy that wrote Five Heartbeats. Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
And the whole premise of the movie was a bunch of black stereotypes.
Right.
He was mocking blaxploitation films of the 70s.
Right.
And that's the same argument that black people made in the 70s. These are all the roles we have as pimps and maids and this and that. The whole premise of that movie was, if that's the only roles that are available, then we don't do them because there's always work at the post office. Robert Townsend made that movie in 1989 and it stands to this day. If that's all that's written, we don't do the work. But the fact that we're willing to do the work makes us culpable because there's always work at the post office.
Can I speak now?
Is that true or false?
Started. Or
yes, that is true.
A little later than that.
And I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is, if we don't control what the image is that goes out, because we know since the beginning of time that white people
control
have
it because we take the roles.
Let her finish, Kevin.
There are certain people that are going to want certain things. So you're going to find everybody has a price. So certain people are going to
not really
to perpetuate.
Not really. Then why don't you
hold
see?
on, pause
let me say something real quick about this thing.
Am I the only one? Like, does it sound muffled?
Men have to be put in dresses.
It's a little
because it's a different standard because they run it.
No, it's because they.
You know, let me say something real quick about Kevin Samuels. He's a little narcissistic, a little bit, and I said that before about him. You got to let a person. You got to give him a. And I used to do that. I was guilty of that on this show a lot. The minute I hear something that I don't agree with, I feel the need to immediately respond to it. That's a bad debater. That's a bad conversation. Like, even if you don't like what how the person is responding, let them get their shit off. Because she don't gotta agree with you. We can always agree to disagree.
You just gotta let the person sit there.
But he's not letting her finish.
Yeah, but it's not narcissism.
It is. It's narcissism because it's narcissism. I just did it to you.
Yeah.
I just did it to you.
It's cool, but I'll wait because you know. But look, I know that you want to make me understand.
Right. I want you to understand.
So I don't care that you just cut me off
Right.
because whatever you're about to say, I'm not gonna waste time answering to what you said.
Right.
I'd rather answer to what you're saying now.
I'm gonna say it's narcissism because she answered his question.
Yeah.
Right? She validated what he said, whether she agreed with it or not. She answered it, and then she moved on to a different point, which is cool. So once I answer your question, that means points are made. We're finished with that point. Now I'm making another point. And then he interjected on her new point. That's what a narcissism is. He ain't let her finish. On a new point.
I gotta shoot him some bail. So at that point, she fought him, refuted to answer his question a few times.
Right.
She also had an attitude. Notice when he said, I'm from...
Also it's revenge? Go ahead.
Yes. Or not even revenge. Frustration. He's a human being.
Okay.
He is a human being.
Okay.
So at that point, right, there's a I'm trying to get somebody to understand something, right?
Okay.
And you fought me so much on it and gave me a little sass when he was telling her, I come from entertainment and marketing.
Right.
That's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's little shit like that when you're telling somebody, when you're not telling them to stun on them. You're telling them, so like, look, I understand. I'm actually...
You're qualifying
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm qualifying. Like, I'm trying to let you know, like, yo, they put bread behind whatever we're excited about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Like, shit like that. Like,
It's a little insulting.
Me personally, I would be insulted.
But but what I'm saying about him is that your narcissism would allow you to respond that way because everybody's entitled to an opinion. You know
we
what I'm
all
saying?
have narcissism, though.
Right. Oh, no, I have a little bit.
It's
Everybody
necessary for survival.
100%. But what I'm saying, in this instance,
yeah, okay,
you know I fuck with him 98% of everything he says.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very rare that I disagree with him. Because I saw the frustration in her when she was trying to get her point across, and she's like, oh my God, this nigga's cutting me off.
Yeah,
like,
but she's the reason it's frustrating.
Well, what I'm saying, in this instance, on this particular sub point they were making,
yeah, okay.
At this point, like,
okay.
he should have let her finish. I don't know how.
I agree.
I don't know how the rest of the conversation is gonna go from there. But I just caught that like, all right.
He should have let her finish, but I understand.
I understand too
why he's on that with her.
Trust me, I get it. I get it because I go through this with women every day, bro.
Right, exactly.
You see my we gonna talk about that next. See how my shit. I'm going through it right now, bro. Yeah. On social media right now, that video I put out, bro, it's nuts. Right now,
because she's about
real quick, that video right now is sitting at 77,000 views. Crazy. 77,000 views, bro.
Viral bag.
Yeah.
AKA viral bag.
Oh yeah, we do this a lot. You know what I mean? We do viral a lot in these streets.
Do it.
So you're saying that then white supremacy
I'm
doesn't
saying,
exist?
let me explain something to you very simply. As an image consultant, that's what I do for a living. I'm a professional image consultant.
Personal now.
Let me say this very clearly to you and to every other woman. How you leave your house is media. If you go from your door to wherever you're going, that is the world of TV. And if you weren't walking out with long fingernails and purple hair and all this other kind of stuff, they could not make it work. And even if they did try to make it work, if they tried to go get Latinas or somebody else and dress them up like black women and make them look like stereotypical black women, back in the 60s, when we didn't dress that way, they couldn't do that shit to us because we came out of our house looking better. That's why the civil rights movement worked, because they could not paint us as criminals and drug dealers. And when we were on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Black Sunday, you saw church-going people getting abused. That's why middle white America stood up and said, those people look like me. But if they'd have been walking around, dressed around like we look today, nobody would have batted an eye.
How do you think we got here today, though? If
because
the civil rights movement
it's
worked,
self-accountability.
Right
it
now.
is self-accountability. How many of your sisters, how many of your sisters show up to this broadcast right here with bonnets on their head?
Okay, sir, but I didn't.
I didn't say you. See, that cannot be the argument. That cannot be the deflection. Every time I talk about the group, you talk about you.
Wait, you're deflecting because every time you've sat here and you have said to me, you've given me a list of the things that you've done. You have said to me all of your points, and every time I
That's
go
where
to
it
talk,
started,
you
right
either
there.
cut me off or you say I'm deflecting.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is every person that you've had on the show does not account for every black woman. I did not.
Did I say it did? What do you think you're doing right now? What do you think you're doing right now? What do you think you're doing right now?
Can you please allow me
What
to
do you
speak?
think you're doing right now?
Okay, I'm trying to speak. If you
What do you
would
think
allow
you're doing
me
right? Do you think what do you think this is doing for the image of black women?
What are you? I'm showing you something different. What you're saying?
No, you're really
black
not.
women. Sir, you won't even let me finish my point though. You're saying we're having a conversation. You gave me your talking points. I allowed you to speak. You said I was over talking you. I shut up and I allowed you to talk. Now I'm trying to say my points to counter what you were saying, and you're not allowing me to talk because you're talking over me. So I'm asking if you.
You know what? I'm sorry, bro. Why does my shit sound crazy? My shit sound crazy to you?
Yo, it's like it's off.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, mine too.
Really?
That's why I asked y'all if
Nah, it just had. It wasn't like this a second.
Mic check. Hold on. Mic check. My shit is done. Let me pause it for a second. Yeah, so my bad, y'all. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we're back. Bro, I gotta say it, bro. I agree with her. Because she at this point, I'm telling you, where he lost was the point where he cut her off. And I'm glad I pointed that out when it happened. Because we can talk about the subject content and how they did the back and forth all day, right? At that moment where he got frustrated, and she answered his question and then moved on to something different, now it's a conversation. And I think when narcissism and ego kicks in, you're always in a position that you're in control, right? Okay. What he did was he allowed her to, he entered into conversation zone. It's like, all right, now we're having a conversation. Once you have a conversation, we both got valid points we can make. So now you put her in the driver's seat.
No, they still debating.
But I'm saying at this point, he put her in the driver's seat. So now when she's in the driver's seat, even though she's on his platform, and now she's asking the questions, you got to allow her.
What question she asked?
The point that I made before, when she answered the question that he asked, and then she moved on to a different subject, and then he started cutting her off. At that point, as a woman who's emotional, but this woman is good. She's good, bro. She's not your typical emotional chick. She's good. She's very good.
Nah.
Let me finish.
Oh,
Let me finish.
my fault.
She's very good. When she caught that slight narcissism or emotion, she held that. She held on to that, and she used it against him.
Yeah, that's why I don't like her.
She used it against him, but what I'm saying is
toxic femininity.
That's toxic femininity like a motherfucker.
Yeah. But you're just talking about the game of it.
The game of it.
No,
she got him. She caught him.
Okay, she's good.
She put him in a position.
She was good at deflecting from deflecting.
Right, but let me finish. She put him in a position to where he could be clipped, right? Because right. You know what he did? I mean, you talk about this all the time. What does she do, bro? We talk about this all the time.
What?
What is your
She did a couple.
What is your main thing, you, Quasi? What is your main thing when somebody's talking and you have a point? What's your main thing?
My main thing when somebody's talking.
No, I'm sorry. When you're talking.
When I'm talking and I have a point. Thing? My main thing.
Your main thing. You say it all the time. It's like your
Protect
fucking
the narrative.
Protect the narrative.
Yeah.
That's where he lost at.
No, won on that.
No, what I'm saying is he didn't protect the narrative because now when you give her opportunity to ask questions back, now it's no longer your narrative. He lost the narrative.
Yeah, but look, we're watching this video right now.
Why? Hold on. What I'm saying is when he asked his question, right, and she answered his question, that puts a period at the end of it. Conversation done.
Yeah, but
now she owns the narrative. Now once she started asking questions, now you got to answer her questions. But what he did was he cut off.
That's why I keep asking. Mm-hmm. What question did she ask?
I don't remember what the question was.
You sure she asked the question? Because he
cut her. Well, I'm sorry. She made a statement and she was unable to finish her point.
Okay.
And by him cutting her off is him changing the narrative of what she's saying because he didn't let her put a period at the end of her sentence.
No, he didn't change the. He did cut her off, but he didn't.
You understand what I'm saying, Majesty?
I'm trying to understand what exactly they arguing about.
I said it.
I've been saying. I've been trying to catch on.
I said it in the beginning.
But what the fuck is they even arguing about though?
I said it in the beginning. she's trying to say that we're programmed to act the way we act, and he's saying that we have to act that way for them to put it in the program.
You know why you don't know what they're talking about? Because you're dealing with two.
Nah, this shit mad muffled. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it's like one ear working.
Oh, it's probably just your headphones. It's the headphones. It's not this. You sound fine to me, so it's gonna be cool.
Well, yeah.
What you're experiencing is two people with two differences of opinions. That's very intelligent. So when like me and Crazy having a conversation, and he's making mad points, and I'm making mad points, you'll probably have a hard time understanding what the fuck we talking about because both of our points are so good that you will miss, like you won't know what the foundation of the conversation is anymore. Because he's not usually Kevin Samuels is in control. Right now he's dealing with the master of toxic femininity.
She's deflecting, bro. That's all she's doing. He called her out on it. It's just it feels like she's mastering it because she's not dealing with what he's saying.
Right. What I'm saying is I'm telling you what he fucked up at. The moment he did not let her finish her statement.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
She held that shit.
Yeah, I think they both right. I feel like, all right, boom, look. America, like what she's saying, she basically saying like what they put in front of us to watch, it makes us act what we watch, basically, right?
Right.
Yeah.
In order for them to keep doing it, it has to work. So if it's working, they're gonna continue to put certain things that they see us doing on TV to keep the cycle going.
Right.
But if we have the mind of our own to realize what Shorty's saying, we won't be doing it like what he's saying. We won't be sitting here making these actions that they're showing for us to keep on.
That's a fact. But what he's saying is he's giving examples of black-controlled media platforms that push the narrative. So if that's true, what you're saying, right? White media outlets putting out information and entertainment that black people like, and we're absorbing it.
Consuming it.
Black people are consuming it, so black people are like, I could do the same thing that the white man is doing and put it out to my own people. So, although the white media and the white networks may have created the image, we're consuming it. Because that at the end of the day, we should be like, yo, fuck out of here. Like, if you think back to the 80s, we didn't control NBC, ABC, and those things, right? We talk about this on the show all the time. When the white control was there, black people wouldn't even fucking allow negative images of black people to be shown on TV. That's why everything you saw in the 80s and the 90s about black people was very positive. Cosby Show, even Living Single, Different Strokes.
Yeah.
A
different world.
A different world.
You said
Different Strokes. Different Strokes was some negative shit. Yeah. But anything, even the Jeffersons, these were white-controlled networks they were on. There was no black control back then. So that's a complete contradiction to what she's saying, because with the white control, black people, the black stars were like, no, we're not allowing y'all to let us be seen in this light. We're going to wear suits. We're going to be doctors. We're going to be lawyers. We're going to have families. Our kids are going to be good kids. But then when black people got in control of the media, we changed the narrative ourselves. Like, black people own Love and Hip Hop. Black people own World Star Hip Hop. That's Q. He started that shit. Everything on World Star Hip Hop is negative.
We was just talking about that the other day.
That's not true.
Yo, that's how I'm looking at you.
World Star Hip Hop was originally World Star Hip Hop was originally created for up and coming rappers to put out their songs on a black owned platform, so you could skip over the Apples and the titles. You can skip over that. You can just come straight to that network, pay a couple of dollars, and let the world see it. But then it became a fucking platform. Fights.
No, those just did the best, bro.
Yeah,
they
that's
had
all
everything worse. Well, let's not get off.
Right.
Let's not get off. So here's the thing, right? When somebody is deflecting from the point of the conversation, you have now, I think you, and this is what I was saying earlier, the tolerance, and this is what you said earlier,
right?
Getting to that age,
right?
I know how much time has been wasted in my life trying to get a
or on the conversation itself.
I know how much time has been wasted in my life. I sound a little echoey, but I know when my time has been wasted, how much time has been wasted in my life.
Better?
Yes. On getting the conversation back to the fucking subject.
Right.
So at this point in my life, bro, I take I take offense to it.
I get it.
I feel like you're playing with my time.
I'm there.
You're playing with my intelligence. If I'm talking about Stella Artois, nigga,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Don't and I make a point. Don't bring up the New York Giants.
All right, let me cut you off.
While I'm making my point.
You know, all right. So this is where he wins at, right? And with his level of intelligence and his level of control, right? At that point, and I hate to say this shit, but on social media, people have a tendency to change the narrative, right? And Kwesi talks about all the time, protecting your own narrative.
Yeah.
That's why if you ever watch my videos, you can't change my narrative because I make all my points in the video. Like, I don't leave nothing out because I'm understanding the people that's going to be watching, right? Kevin Samuels, at this point, we can say he don't really deal with too many women who's this articulate.
Dirt, you're high level.
Right.
You can get got to. Nobody really on your ass like that. Right. But you know that, right?
Well, here's the thing. This is why I learned my lane. I've learned to stop pushing narratives and commentating on other people's narratives. If I push my narrative, it happens to me all the time. It happened to me with the George Floyd shit. It happened to me with they changed the narrative. But Derek Jackson did it to me.
I see what you did.
He changed my narrative, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm good at controlling my own narrative. Now let me change somebody else's, or commentate on their narrative.
Right.
I don't change their narrative. I commentate on exactly what they said. Right. I don't change their wording. I commentate on exactly what you said.
It's kind of like how 6ix9ine won. Before he snitched.
Remember,
he was winning.
He's a genius.
He was a genius.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. He knew that Charlamagne, the only thing you could say bad about him was the beef that he was in. Right. And he knew that he didn't start none of those beefs.
He spun Charlamagne.
He knew.
Spun him.
It's the same thing. So, okay.
Right.
They clipped it to her just saying, "You're talking over me."
Were we finished with that?
Pretty much. They clipped pretty much.
Hold on,
he's about to bang it on.
I want her to air. Oh, he banged it on her.
He always bangs it when they deflect too much. He bangs
right
it.
now.
Please allow me.
What do you think you're doing right now?
Okay, I'm trying to speak. If you
What do you think you're doing right? Do you think what do you think this is doing for the image of black women?
What are you? I'm showing you something different.
Yes.
What you're saying?
No, you're really
black
not.
women.
That's a great question.
Sir, you won't even let me finish my point, though. I can't. You're saying we're having a conversation. You gave me your talking points. I allowed you to speak. You said I was over talking you. I shut up and I allowed you to talk. Now I'm trying to say my point.
She did allow me to talk.
To counter what you were saying, and you're not allowing me to talk because you're talking over me.
No.
So I'm asking if you can give me the same respect that I just gave you, sir. That would be much appreciated.
No, you didn't. You didn't give him respect.
So back to the point of the imagery. There are 8 billion people on this planet, and there are certain people that are going to go. There are certain demographic that they shoot for, and they want to keep in that place. Them being white people, white execs who run these stations, who say these are the roles that we have for black people.
No,
in
how?
order to get to a certain standard as a black man, you have to do A, B, C, and D. Otherwise, because there's a ton of actors who are amazing actors who didn't get anywhere because they wouldn't fall in line. Same with black women.
That's
the image of black
2012
women.
rhetoric. Right. 2021.
I am not included. I am nothing like that, girl. I am an educated black woman. I was married in my 20s. I have 3 children.
30 seconds.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm showing you that there is something different, is all.
It's his show.
And what you just went on for 2.5 minutes was the very image that black women have been perpetuated for the longest.
They cut this part.
The angry black woman or the
and
fact
now
that
you just cut me off.
Point.
You just cut me off now. See,
all right. So
I can sit there and hold it.
You're not gonna.
No. You're not. Well, first off, you're not in control of anything. 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 I let you. I just went for.
I get it. I got him. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the 3 men in the Ahmaud Arbery case have been charged with a hate crime. That's big, bro. That's a worse charge than murder.
Wait, hold on. Run that back.
You're in the Ahmaud Arbery case. You remember that case where the dude was
running?
They tried to make it like he was jogging, but he wasn't jogging. He was looking at an abandoned house for some shit, probably some shit to steal. Let's keep it 100.
Some racist crackers seen him. He got
They
scared.
saw him. They jumped in the back of the pickup truck with the shotgun. They chased him down. act like they was police, and then he fought one of them, and they shot him. You remember that?
Nah, I never heard about that.
With a shotgun.
Oh, it was huge. You probably, if you saw the video, it'll probably refresh your memory, but it definitely was real big. This was like right before the George Floyd situation. This probably was what made the tension high. That case, that one right there is what made.
That was a big one.
That was a big one. That's what made the tension high. I think that put all of this Black Lives Matter bullshit into motion.
Yeah, that got crazy. That's when the NFAC shit came out and all that.
Oh my God. Yeah, 'cause they went up there to his
Oh.
The headphones out.
Your headphones out?
Yeah.
Your headphones not working?
Nah, I can't.
Probably some plug. Check his plug right there, please.
Alright, yeah, that's what I need.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
That's that happened. Please.
Yeah. Nigga out here looking like Dean Big Brother Almighty, son.
Almighty. Fucking.
You looking like Shamar Moore, nigga. Or Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
This shit looking like a wig?
Look like a fucking wig. That's how.
Fuck you.
Tyler Perry did that. He did that dude, son. That's a TP dude.
TP.
Yeah, man. But how you feel about that? Do you think that should be charged with a hate crime?
I don't know if there's any proof. Oh yeah, the proof was that dude was. The pictures came up of him being in a
right.
White nationalist.
I definitely think anybody who intervenes who isn't law enforcement, you should be charged with hate crime. You need to mind your motherfucking business. Call a cop. It wasn't your house, nigga. And to chase that man down and follow him in the truck with your guns out already.
Well, hate crime is
definitely hate crime.
There has to be proof that it's racism.
That is racism. It was racism. I believe it was, and I applaud the courts for believing that too. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Well,
I'm not one of those guys.
He claimed a racist group, so on his social media.
Right.
Yeah, so it's definitely
right.
Yeah. I did it
so
for me.
fuck them. You know what I mean?
Right. Fuck them niggas.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Yes, they deserve to die.
And I hope they burn in hell.
In hell.
You remember that movie? Do you remember it distinctively? It's one reason I
like half of it.
It's one thing that bothered me about that movie. The whole movie, the entire time, bro.
What's up?
Everybody's sweaty, son. Sweaty. No AC, no... Even the white people. Bro, there was a scene where Matthew McConaughey and Charlize Theron was in the house.
They were sweaty.
It was in the crib. Sweaty.
Where's the movie take place? Louisiana?
It was Alabama.
Birmingham?
I don't know what part. I mean, the whole Alabama. Alabama is one of the
Mobile.
It's one of the poorest cities in the country. Poorest states in the country.
Mobile or
Mobile. Mobile. It's spelled mobile.
It is spelled mobile.
Mobile.
It's a sweaty place. Looks like a sweaty place.
Son.
In that time period.
Son. If I'm sweaty in my house, I'll take a shower.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just deal with it. Like
they didn't have ACs.
Yeah, son. Obviously, this nigga a lawyer ain't had no AC, son.
It was like the.
This wasn't the 1800s, my nigga. No, no, that was now.
They had AC in the 60s.
No, that movie wasn't the 60s. That was set for the current times. It was like the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, ACs in the 90s.
100%.
Not Central Air.
Son, yes they did. Central Air is a thing. You think they had them? You think they had like the units that's in the window?
He just went mad hard
in the 90s. Yo,
yeah,
that was an uppercase.
So there was no. So you went to office buildings and you've been in the office buildings in the 90s, wasn't it?
Nah, they was Central.
Hospitals was cold,
I moved
right?
to Orlando in the 90s.
Right, and they had Central Air. Central Air is probably they probably had it in the 70s.
That was my introduction to Central Air.
Me too. Yeah. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. When I moved to Orlando, I was like, whoa.
Different type of.
You push a button on the wall and your house cool up?
Yeah, that was different.
Cause you know New York, nigga.
Whoa.
You got the AC in the window, and if you don't, you got mad fans.
Yeah.
And when it's in the wintertime, you got that metal radiator.
Or radiator.
You know what we used to do? I've had both. I've lived in cribs where I had the metal joint with the singular shits.
Pause.
The singular joints.
Yeah.
The metal silver joint. And I've had the white joint.
Yeah.
You ever had the long pole in the corner?
That's the small room.
Oh,
the small room gets the
yeah,
cold.
that's nasty. That's nasty.
That's
But
that
it actually
fuck you
works.
up too.
It works.
I burnt myself on one of those.
Yeah, facts.
Those will fuck you up.
We're right. You don't even know when it's on either.
Nigga, you ever had your bed on one of them shit? That shit burn your ear in the middle of the night.
He said you don't know when it's on.
You only know it off is on if you grab that motherfucker.
Yo, see, y'all don't understand New York life.
Nigga, let me tell you what I should do, son. For the white joints, so we used to put candy on there, melt it. Like, we would make s'mores and that shit. We would melt our now laters.
Hold on.
In the projects.
Nah, me and Imani used to melt crowns on the shit.
Yeah, we used to melt candy on
y'all
it.
psycho, but they was cooking.
We was cooking on our joints.
They was grilling.
That's too deep. That was
Nigga,
too
we
deep
would.
in the church.
Niggas was grilling candy. You don't know that life.
Grilling.
Niggas grilling candy, son.
Steak on
Y'all niggas
the
is pussy.
That's
I
a
ain't
fact.
never grilled no. I never
So
grilled no candy.
Nigga, we was out here melting now laters.
Word.
Making s'mores.
Facts. Now
Hershey's bars. Melting Reese's peanut butter cups, all that shit.
Peel it off the radiator and eat it.
100%. Scoop that shit up, nigga. Hold on.
Rusty Hershey's.
And nigga, they didn't even clean it afterward. Just put some more on top, nigga. All that old candy residue, man. Let all that shit mix together.
Nah, cook up the next batch better.
There you go. It's like frying chicken.
It's like butter.
That's why Chinese. That's why when you go to New York and you order Chinese food, you got to go to the dirty Chinese. Nigga, if your Chinese restaurant ain't got no graffiti,
right?
That shit trash.
No writing all over the motherfucking
on the
bulletproof
sidewall.
glass.
On the sidewall,
bro. If that shit clean, the food gonna be trash.
If it don't got no flies in between the windows,
and a cat in there.
Word, son.
Wait, in between the windows?
Word.
Yeah.
In between the window with the light.
Gotta be. I tell people that all the time. And the grease gotta be dark black, son. If the grease is all clean, your food about to be trash.
With the brown bubbles.
So let me tell you something. Let me tell you how addicted I am to New York Chinese food. you know when you eat with your eyes, right?
Okay.
So this is why that blue ketchup and green ketchup shit ain't last. When they had the green ketchup and blue ketchup.
I ain't never heard of no green ketchup.
You're too young. In the 90s, Heinz changed the color of their ketchup to be more
Y'all
appealing.
was eating that shit in the 90s?
Yeah, to be more appealing to kids. So they made green ketchup, blue ketchup. You don't remember that? Pink ketchup. They made different colors.
I know they did for like holidays and shit.
No, it was like they did this shit like they was making like. But the thing about it is, kids eat what we eat. So if you make pink ketchup, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not eating that.
I'm not eating green ketchup.
Right.
Either.
So this was appealing to kids. That's the thing what they did with Chinese food, right? Out here, when I go to the Chinese restaurant, I tell them to put extra stir fry sauce and extra soy sauce in my rice to make it extra dark. Because you know when you go to New York, you get some pork fried rice, some house fried rice. Your rice gonna be mad dark.
Yeah.
Nigga, when you order fried rice here, that shit ain't dark, son. That shit is light skin. I want no light skin rice, nigga. And fry my chicken extra hard with extra MSG.
One of them mulatto grains.
Right. See, y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. All right. Moving along. Yo.
I'm glad we took care of that.
Yeah, we had to get that out the way. All right, so ever since the whole Derek Jackson fiasco, a couple of people have emerged as the new internet simps.
I fucking hate
Bro.
I ain't
Nah,
gonna
say it. Nah, nigga, say it. This we own this. You can say what you want to say.
I ain't gonna lie. I never liked the nigga.
Derek
Even
Jackson?
yeah. And even after now, seeing that he cheated on his wife, I really don't like the nigga. Because it's just like, yo, bro, you bashing us, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's between your legs, bro?
Right.
Like, why you bashing next month? I understand, though, like, cause that's his game and he getting bitches from that shit,
Right.
bro. But, like, you don't got nothing better.
Right.
And now you look like a fraud, bro. I don't really fuck with the shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, when it comes to Derek Jackson, did my shit come out again?
It's a little.
I think he's
aired out again, steady.
I think Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
I think he's canceled, bro. I don't see how he can come back from this.
He's finished. He's finished for real.
Like, I really don't see how he can come back from this, bro. Yeah. Like, he's dead ass on him.
But you were going somewhere though, right?
Was it what?
You were going somewhere, right?
Yeah, what I was gonna say is with Derek Jackson, whoa, I sound good now. There's been a slew.
Just cut out again.
Your headphones?
Yeah. Keep going, Dirk.
There's been a slew of internet simps that's emerged since him, bro. I don't know if they're getting more looks because you need that element in the world. You good?
Mm-hmm.
You need that element in the world to kind of have like the yin and the yang. But my thing is like, yo, there's a certain code that men gotta abide by. Period. Point blank. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's ever acceptable or needed or wanted.
As far as what though?
Ever, bro.
Not for men, but for shorty who got into it with Kevin Samuels earlier.
Right.
She's gonna need to go listen to a simp now to feel better. Whether that be on YouTube or on social media or on the phone with some nigga or pillow talking.
So it's internet simping? Or you think this is
It could be they're gonna get it from anywhere.
Right.
Oh, you're saying to identify that I'm a little, I don't know, I'm not crispy like earlier. But, yes, internet simping is a part of it because everybody's on the internet.
Right.
But it's a regular thing. It's been happening. But for like a Kevin Samuels or a King Dirtbag, you know what I'm saying, or a Boosie, you know what I mean?
Right.
For every one of those, that's gonna birth 100 simps,
right?
Because they're gonna catch the wave of the emotional reaction to those that I described. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And here's my thing, bro. Like the like those guys. Like I'll get bro. How could you call a person who stands against the unpopular opinion the clout chaser? Like I stand with the
good point.
I'm going for the unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
So how am I clout chasing?
Yeah.
Like I'm going against the nigga that got 3-4 million followers from simping, and he the one that got the most followers. He got more followers. He's making the most money. So how am I? If I was clout chasing, wouldn't I ride his wave?
Type shit.
You could be clout chasing because of the conflict that you get from it. You went viral.
Yeah.
So the conflict of you responding,
but
it's not clout chasing because it's not clout chasing because you've been saying it.
And I'm also very consistent in my stances.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've been saying
very consistent in my stances.
Yeah, so it's
I think it's we live in a beta world. God damn, look at that. The followers just going up. Look at that.
Anytime you're successful and you're getting views, somebody can accuse you of clout chasing.
That's why I put that tweet out the other day. I don't know if you saw that tweet. I put that tweet out. I said, having an opinion is not hating. Speaking on certain celebrities is not always clout chasing. The internet made y'all forget that some of us are truly fearless and don't give a fuck. Some of us keep the same energy on and off social media.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. Like, people don't understand. Like, nigga, I'll punch you in your fucking face just as I'll bark on. If I'm barking,
why you go to the? Why
I gotta remind niggas. No, I gotta remind niggas.
Yo, this nigga ignorant, son. This nigga.
No, I gotta remind niggas. No, master, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be thinking like, oh yeah, you said, nigga, I'll say it to your face and I'll punch you in your mouth.
Look,
nigga.
Eddie got mad.
Like straight up, I'll punch you dead in your face, bro. Like niggas, we really be thinking like, oh, I'm not y'all niggas. Like I'm 40, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like. I'm from a confrontational generation. We're very confrontational.
I remember.
Like, I was here before cell phones.
Right. Yeah.
Where the only way to resolve an issue was to step to a nigga, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from the era where, nigga, when you go see your boy, there wasn't no calling him. You had to go to the window and call him out the window, bro. Like, yo, my nigga come downstairs. I come from that, bro. I come to when there was a problem. You step to a nigga, you gotta go to his crib. You gotta go up to his school.
Yeah.
To check niggas, bro. Like, I came from that. So what the fuck I look like riding a wave with some little niggas on the internet, bro? It's like, nah, nigga, I'll beat you up for real.
Yo, I think that's what the benefit of drill music is.
Right.
That's a weird way to bring that in. But
to bring it back.
Bring it back, yeah. I think the main message of drill music is, nigga, you're not like that.
Right.
that's what
right. If you're not like that, don't do drill.
Right. Now they're gonna go in and tell you what type of gun they're gonna enforce that statement with. You know what I'm saying? And ride the beat. But the main thing is like, you're not like that, you're not like that, you're not like that, you're really not like that.
And these drill artists are drillers.
Right.
It's almost like you can't be some nigga that's not from the hood or not from the street, not from the gang.
Or surrounded by.
And or surrounded by.
Yeah. That matters.
Yeah,
It matters.
Yeah, like you can't you have to be a part of that to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you're not a part of that and you're doing that,
everybody in the gang ain't the shooter.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
There's a lot of niggas like that be like you said, if you're not around it, you gotta be around it. There's a lot of niggas that be seeing it from the outside, you know, and they go chase that shit.
Right.
But their whole life is not even solely based on that shit.
Right.
They'll fuck around and fuck their whole life up just because they wanna be like the next nigga.
Right. And you know what? I'm glad we brought that up because you here and you a lot younger than us. And sometimes I'll be feeling like we're very opinionated because we can bait, but me and him are a little more intuitive to where we could be like, all right, I'm at that age where I'm on like this like, I would say like in between a rock and a hard place. Like I got younger kids, like my son is 20. My son is the same age as you. So my son is 20. I got a 22-year-old daughter. So I kind of keep up with the Joneses, fucking with them because I'm definitely not in the street no more.
And I work with kids.
And you work with kids, but at the same time, the younger generation gonna tell us a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, you ain't gonna tell us everything. But I mean, we can see through the bullshit because that generational gap is not that big. And also, we kind of still dealing with the same shit. Like we came from the crack era.
Yeah.
Y'all in the pill popping era. So we still, you guys are the offspring of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we really could keep up with it. Like with my parents, the generational gap and the things that took place during that transition, they are disconnected from my generation completely because they are R&B generation, OJs and motherfucking Delphonics and Temptations. I'm rap. I'm DMX. That's so different from what they grew up on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a disconnect.
I feel like the media ties into that, as far as keeping with kids that got good connections with their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the parents could easily keep up with, kind of keep up with what kids are doing because they seeing the same shit that we seen on the media type shit. Like, y'all didn't really have that growing up. Y'all was really like...
Internet.
We had
Internet changed that.
Yeah.
But see, also...
Well,
go ahead, finish.
Like, nah, I fake forgot. I don't say.
Fake forgot.
Also, with our parents, not only did technology change, laws changed. Like, there were some huge... Like, our parents probably was at the end of the civil rights era. They probably were kids during the civil rights era. So, just because different laws changed, don't mean the laws took effect and you saw some real change within the communities. During their adulthood, they came into the crack era. Right?
Yeah.
So, there's a huge disconnect between my parents and me. But there's not a huge disconnection between you and me. You see what I'm saying? Like
that's cultural.
Cultural.
He's hip hop. You're hip hop. You and your parents weren't hip hop. You were hip hop. They were disco.
Right. We can call it that.
R&B.
But also, we were early adults when the internet, when technology took off. So we were able to jump on that. Like my mother and them don't know how to work the internet. They still, it's alien to them.
Really? Still?
I mean, they know how to work it, but they don't know how to work it. Like my aunt will fucking she'll put on Facebook on the story, on the post, hey, call me, I need to talk to you. She don't know the lingo, like you ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
She don't know that you supposed to fucking, why is this shit doing that?
I don't know. It's like you adjusted, but then you still start
Mic check. I'm good?
Whatever that is,
All right.
that's that shit.
Right
like she don't know,
But
that's super loud.
Yeah.
She don't know that you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to inbox me that information. Like you don't fucking, don't put that shit on my fucking wall.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So she knows how to work the technology, but she doesn't know the unwritten rules of it. You see what I'm saying? We all live by the same rules. We're old. I'm older than you and know more about life than you.
But you know how to abide by
But I'm young enough to roll by your rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So with that saying, I want to get into the whole music thing. And do you think that the music really, because all right, growing up in the 90s, right? We were kids in the 90s. So in the 90s for us, we had different. We had so many different eras. Like you had the early 90s when I was like 92, 93. You had the Wu-Tang era, Mobb Deep. It was dark. It was like everybody wearing army fatigue shit, fucking 40 below 10s.
Savage.
And it was savage. And everybody emulated that. But I don't know if it was the music that dictated that or just the world we were living in.
Think about it.
Gotta be the music. Because without the music, how would y'all be seeing that?
And then right after that was like 97, right? 96. This when Big and Puff came out. All of a sudden, and then Cam and all that. That's when the energy changed. Niggas took that fatigues off and them Timbs off. Niggas was wearing Wallabies, Kango hats. Listen, it got pretty. It got real pretty. That Bad Boy era, it got pretty. Even with this one, Cam, Bad Boy was neck and neck.
For the rappers, yeah.
No. For the hood, I'm saying for me, from Brooklyn, the hood changed. I saw it.
Did they really ever take the fatigues off?
Bro, yeah, nigga. We took the fatigues off. We moved over to Parasucos and Versace. Everything became foreign. We moved over to Versace, Moschino, big Versace glasses, Versace silks. When Big and Bad Boy came out, but I always wrestle with this thought, right? What the fuck? I can hear you. We're recording. I wasn't sure if we had the rappers emulating us in the street or did we emulate them? I kind of lean on, the rappers is watching the hood and emulating the hood. Because the hood went from, because I ain't gonna hold you, that, I don't know what was so bad about them early 90s. Quasi, you probably remember, you was a kid too.
Yeah.
But that Wu-Tang Mobb Deep era, it was so dark, son. Like, I remember I was like 12, 13. Like, it was all army fatigue, the full, fuck COVID, nigga. We wore face mask outside back then. For no reason. We wore masks, nigga, for no reason. Everybody had a face mask on.
Just to look gully. Huh?
That was some real shit. Like, niggas wore that to school, all that elementary school, high school. I wore you wore a mask to cover your face up.
Juice.
And this was some regular shit, bro.
That was after
the same
Juice.
mask they had on Juice. Yeah. We wore that. Like that was
that mask got popular. I forgot about that.
That was a part of the
Ask
uniform.
your moms about that.
That was a part of the uniform. We went outside like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like the later 90s, 95, 96, 97, that's when the big everything turned into Coogee sweaters, S-curls. Yeah. Niggas was rocking S-curls. Yeah. Like, bro, it got different.
So you feel like the rappers emulate that and then start rapping about it?
That's what I mean. Yeah. All right, for your era, right? For your era. Now, the gang element started for me in like
96,
97. That's when the Bloods first came to New York and they took that shit by storm. Like, Crips just really emerged.
Early 2000.
Like, but it really didn't really get big until Drill. New York, anyway.
When you say big, what you mean? In the hood?
Mainstream. No, it was in the hood already.
Oh, because...
Mainstream, yeah, it was in the hood already. But what I'm saying is,
we lived out there. We lived in... Yeah. Well, all them niggas rap, we lived on 92nd and Clarkson.
No. It's certain areas in Brooklyn where it was always Crip. Flatbush,
East Flatbush.
Canarsie. It was always there. Yeah. But the style and all that, like, there was... Everything was blood.
Yeah. Right.
Everything was blood.
But it was just two different worlds happening at the same time.
That's a fact. And it was definitely two different worlds because one was West Indian side. Yeah. You know how Brooklyn operates. It was
they
West
don't care
Indian
about
side.
New York shit.
Right. But the thing about it was now it's in music, and music kind of dictates what's popping. Like the rappers kind of tell you what's fly. Not us, because we from the hood.
So that's what
So what I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, you just, all right, so you just specified fly.
Right. Period. I'm not talking about clothes.
I think there's a mixture.
What I'm saying is, in your era, right?
Yeah.
You can see the way things change, right? What I'm saying for your era, because you probably got identified with it way better than me. Do you think that the rap dictates how the younger generation behaves? Or do you think the younger generation dictates how rap behaves?
This is another, like both. There's certain situations where, like, there's certain niggas that really come from that life. You know what I'm saying? That have no choice but to live that shit, and they grow up to rap about it. And then there's certain niggas that listen to the shit, you know what I'm saying, and want to, like, that's what, or they might listen to the music, or they might see a nigga at school that's really like that, you know what I'm saying? So they like, how I'ma say it? They might try to be like that too, basically, like, you know what I'm saying, to put it like in simple words, like, you know what I'm saying, basically from listening to this shit all the time, like, I feel like music could put you in a trance. If you really sit there, that's all you listening to. Sometimes niggas like probably go to sleep listening to that shit, wake up listening to that shit, go to school listening to that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's also, it could be like manifestation of what could happen in your life from you listening to it all the time, type shit. I ain't gonna get too deep.
Right.
But,
nah, get deep, nigga. We
you know
here.
what I'm saying? But it could be the music for niggas that don't live that lifestyle because they might just want to live the lifestyle from listening to that shit.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that because we talked about this briefly earlier today. I said that I listen to DMX a lot. I used to listen to, who else I said?
You said,
State Property and shit like that, right? Yeah. And I said that, yo, niggas really want, I wanted to rob a nigga like this shit made me like, damn.
See?
But I didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? And I think the difference is the determining factor is who the fuck is raising you. Yeah. That's the determining factor.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. And we talked about this on the show, right? And I'm gonna say some real shit. When you, who's the main consumers of hip hop music?
You talk about who spends the money.
Who spends the money? Who puts niggas at number one?
Young white women.
Young white kids. Period.
Kids, but yeah, the females spend
young.
money.
All right. So with that being said, right?
Okay, when you say spend money, yeah.
Right. Who makes it like if you see when you see a rap song, a gangster rapper reach number one and he's on the charts, that's not us who did that.
But why you brought up who spends the money?
I'm gonna go there.
I think I know where you're going.
All right. Now, those kids, when they view, they listen to it just for the story, for the music. Now, for a black kid in the hood who don't have no guidance, they're viewing that shit as life. That's raising them, right? So for my kids, for instance, right? Like my daughters, they listen to gangster shit. They listen to the twerk music and all that. But they don't act like that in real life. For them, it's just entertainment. That's because I'm there to be like, nah, you can listen to it, but they have examples of adults in their life who don't live like that. So for them, they like the sound of it. Even for me, I had people who raised me and would be...
I'm telling you, like, don't believe that music shit because it's
right.
not true type
or
shit.
I respected them enough to know that's not real life.
Yeah.
I respected them enough. I had an example of adults that I knew to look up to.
It is real life, but it's optional.
It ain't my life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, listen, the life you living ain't got nothing to do with that shit, nigga. So don't even act for 1 minute like that's your life. That's their life. That's how they behave.
Yeah.
So for a kid with no guidance, and the music is so influential, it's on every station, it's on fucking YouTube, it's on Apple. You got that shit. You could touch that shit in your hand. Like, we couldn't do that. We had to go out and buy tapes and CDs or wait for your song to come on the radio. Yeah. But the music is so accessible now to the younger generation that when you hear that and you have no guidance, that shit has the power to raise you. You know what I mean? And I think now the music has more influence over the youth than
before.
Right. This is why
it's easier access.
Let me make this one last point. This is why there's no criteria of who's in the gangs now. It's a lot of pussy niggas being in gangs. Like, back then, you had to get jumped in, and you had to be a gangster to be in the gangs. Like, when it was the D-Seps and shit like that, you had to get your hand, like, you had to be...
Yeah, like a burn. Yeah, my uncles got that shit. Yeah, facts.
You had to be a wild nigga. Yeah. Now, there's no fucking screening process. They let the pussiest R&B singers into gangbanging. No shots at nobody but, Chris Brown a gangbanger. That shit is crazy. Shit wouldn't happen.
Well,
when I heard he was blood, I was
that's
like,
crazy.
I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know the nigga, so I ain't even gonna.
Exactly. I'm not out there to see what's happening.
Yeah, but he was already rich. Like, gangs is reserved for niggas from
the hood. But he's a little crazy though.
Still, but gangs are reserved for niggas, originally, it started out as something to enforce power within the confines of the hood. That shit wasn't for rich niggas because real gangbangers were trying to get out of the hood and become rich.
You see,
now you got rich niggas wanting to emulate.
Yeah,
gang
but
culture.
it's different now. Gangbangers have incorporated themselves into an industry.
Or did the industry incorporate themselves to the gang culture?
You know
who got the power though?
You know the NWA story.
But who got more power? Who has the power?
Suge Knight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, gangs have infiltrated the hip hop industry.
Right.
Not just the culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're in there. But I want to go back to what y'all was talking about earlier. What's being left out, like you pointed out, okay, there's kids that just like the sound of, and by the way, we just really honed in on like gangster shit, but you were talking about just influence in general. But we're talking about the street shit right now.
Right.
So, okay. You said that your kids listen to gangster shit, but it just sounds good to them, because they're raised to understand that it's just one facet of life, right? But then when we talk about the other side of the kids who are influenced by it and want to do it, we're leaving out that also is determined on, well, you might have said that in a sense. It's also determined on who is raising them or who they're around.
Right.
Because you can't just listen to a song and do some gangster shit.
That's a fact.
Yeah. That's just not reality. Like, you have to have the heart to do it. You have to have the bravery to do it, the boldness to even
and the
attempt
option
to do it. The option.
The option, the access to do it.
Well, you could create the option. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you gotta have a gun. You gotta have the people to back you up. Like all that type of shit.
Right. But so I feel like you said earlier. You said they made you want to do something. Right. When you listen to
It gave me a feeling.
But you didn't do it because it just wasn't you at the moment or whatever. It just wasn't you. Man, listen. If I did half of the shit I listened to growing up, I listened to the craziest shit growing up. Like the craziest shit. Like even on the Eminem side of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even that. And that's not even street shit, but I didn't do none of that shit Eminem was talking about that I listened to. I grew up on that. Real talk. Eminem came out when I was like 16 years old. I grew up on him. So, and he made songs about that. That's what made him dope, because he broke down the sarcasm of that. Like, is that really what's is my lyrics really causing kids to do that? Or is it the fucking poverty? Is it the fucking how do these guns end up in the
poverty,
street?
bro.
Is it, you know what I'm saying? It's the survival mode that we're pushed in.
That's why. I'm sorry.
It's I'm gonna be quick with it. It's the parents that got 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So the kid don't gotta go home till 11:30. Moms get off work at 11. She get home at midnight. I'm outside. Is it that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and real talk. Shit. I don't know. Well, my era is a little different. I was gonna say I think I might have seen death before I heard it.
I did too. I saw my first body when I was 94. I was 13 years old. My boy got killed.
It's like around the same time.
I was 13 years old. I mean, even if I did hear it in music, it didn't resonate with me on no gangster shit. Like, I wasn't really into the music to the point to where I thought that was real life. Yeah. Like, I saw a body drop in front of me at 13 years old.
Right.
Me
too.
What I mean?
That's how old I was.
I saw a body drop right in front of me. Like, and it was my best friend's brother. That shit was I saw it for myself. So at that point, this is when Biggie Suicidal Thoughts and all of them shits came out, and I'm like,
give me the loot.
Wow, like he's talking about stuff that I saw, that I witnessed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it was that, and you know what? And I think I had a discussion with you one time, Majesty. Like, that disconnection is a motherfucker, because I think us as an older generation, we do too much talking and not enough listening, because that's a big deal. Like, that's some traumatic shit. Because if you think about it, like my aunt raised me. She went through that civil rights era shit where they was being sprayed with hoses, and although that's a horrific thing to go through. Yeah. I'm 13 years old. I went to go buy my boy some Chinese food. And we gave him the Chinese food. We was going back in the house. And as we're walking to the building, somebody shot and killed him. We watched that shit. That's some traumatic shit to see as a 13-year-old. For a parent to not even address that, to think that's, how the fuck are you even comparing you getting sprayed with you didn't even get sprayed with the hose. You saw people get sprayed with the hose.
Yeah.
I saw a person I loved and respected get shot right in front of me. And it continued. We would get sent to the South for the summer. I come back home, 5, 6 of my friends got killed over the summer. Like friends I went to school with, I grew up with. Like, I mean, at your age, how many of your friends died?
I ain't gonna lie, I only got that much dead friends.
Or people you knew? Not many?
Not many. Nah.
Well, it probably was a little wilder back when I mean, I
don't think MJ really messed with too much people.
You probably don't fuck with too much, but it's
I don't got
like
too many niggas like that.
It's like my brother got a picture, right, from his 6th grade prom. Bro, it's like 10 of them in the picture. In that picture, like 7 of them dead. That's crazy, and they died before they was 18 years old. Like, this was a regular thing. It got so normal for us that we started calling it. Like, yeah, that nigga died this summer. Yeah, he out of here. That's how. And as I got older, I started to realize, yo, that's why my aunt sending me away every summer. I went to sleepaway camp, or my aunt sent us down south for the summer. Every summer she would send us away, and then like a week before school start, she would bring us back home. And I didn't know why. I hated that shit. And I'm like, oh, she was keeping us safe.
Yeah.
That's why, because we was outside.
Because you would have probably got caught up and shit.
And it wasn't even, I was never doing no wild shit, but a lot of niggas wasn't either. Niggas just outside. You ever saw Fresh? So the movie Fresh? That's real shit. That movie Fresh, that movie was filmed at my junior high school.
Yeah.
Remember when Shorty got bodied for playing ball and the nigga lost, he killed him? That's how it was in it. That movie is so real, bro. I mean, all of those stupid scenarios, but like that shit, that little kid got killed like that, and that little girl got killed. Real shit. That shit happened on a regular basis. It was so normal.
Music is influential, but the main way that you end up in them streets is older people preying on younger people. So
right.
That's the main way. I saw a body when I was 13, right?
Right.
When I was 14, my sister was dealing with, a street nigga.
Yeah.
And he wanted to let me hold a gun.
Right.
If I didn't see that body the year before in the South Bronx, I probably would have thought that shit was cool. But I'm traumatized from the body I saw. Now I don't like guns. Bro. But if I didn't see that real shit, which most people don't,
right.
If I didn't see that real shit, I'd have been like, yeah, I'll hold it for. He's looking for places to stash his guns,
bro.
So he tried me. He tried to get me to hold a gun. Yo, I'll give you bullets, all that shit. Yeah, and if you take care of the gun, then I'll let you meet the guys and all that. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm fairly smart, I guess, or whatever the case may be. And then I had a bad experience with it, or whatever the case may be. But that right there, bro, I'm 13. Like, that's when you get turned out. It's not no song. The song is, what the song does is make it acceptable.
Right. Right.
The music makes it acceptable. It makes it cool. It makes it intriguing. But at the end of the day, you have to try it. Right. Like, you really have to try it, and that's when you find out. And then, unfortunately, a lot of us try some shit that if you try the shit and they go, you get me? If you try it, yo, there we go. If you try this shit and it goes south, right? That first time, depending on what it is you try and it goes south,
right,
could turn you into a career criminal.
Right. And let me add this onto your point.
Yeah.
There's the thing, the main problem is that you can hear all of that shit when you want something crazy. You can hear all of that shit you want, unless you have the positive reinforcement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can hear all of that crazy shit in music. You can see all of that wild shit in the streets. If you don't have the positive reinforcement of a person telling you, though, of an example that you live with and you can respect, and that's what a lot of young boys lack. It don't got to be your father. It could just be a guy, a man.
Yeah.
And you see him living a certain type of way, you be like, oh, I like that. And I always gravitated towards positive men around me. You know what I'm saying? I always was like, you know what I'm saying, paused, but turned on by that. Like, yo, I want to be like that. Fuck with these niggas. I'm like, yo, these niggas out here shooting dice every day. Y'all on the streets. Y'all niggas ain't got no job. I really thought that way. It's like he said, I had my first, and this nigga know I love guns. I got a lot of guns. That's my shit. But I'm legal with my guns. I practice and I shoot. I don't like to shoot people, but I love to own guns because I'm licensed to carry and I love to protect my family.
Facts.
That's the only time my guns get blasted at the fucking at the fucking shooting range. It's the only place I shot my gun before. I ain't never had to shoot nobody. But for me, I was handed my first gun by a friend's older brother. Like, yo, shorty, hold this, you know what I mean? And I'm gullible and naive. I held it. I didn't even know that I'm holding a gun with a body on it, like, or possibly had a body on it. And I gave it back to him after a couple of weeks, but it was crazy that he even asked me to do that. I'm a little kid. You know what I mean? That shit was wild, bro.
Yeah, I know. I got a man from school. I got caught up like that. I got a whole case and shit like that.
Right, and you know, at the end of the day, it's that positive reinforcement. Just like a lot of young guys, all they really need is one man who they respect, who will tell them or lead by example. You know what I mean? For me, it was always one. And then my father died. My father died recently, but my father wasn't there for me growing up. So it was either like a homeboy's older brother or uncle, and they would just all get taken away some kind of way. You know what I mean? So I was raised predominantly just by women. And that's why I'm so strong about the presence of men in the lives of men.
Yeah.
And in the lives of women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you 100%. Like, I understand what you're saying, because it's just like you didn't really have that role model there.
Nope.
So,
we can hold on. One second.
Some niggas be lucky though. I ain't gonna lie. Like some niggas like that don't have their pops, and if their mom is real hard on them or whatever the case may be, like they'll come out with a strong head on their shoulders.
You know what? I'm one of those guys. Like, I had a very, very, very strong aunt. Like, my aunt was strong. But the things she doesn't prepare you for is watch what type of bitches you fucking with. Because she's so busy trying to keep me safe and alive that she missed those other little things that required in life. Credit. What type of women you fucking with. Put a condom on. She missed that. Daddy, I'm going to go as far as saying it. Daddy is possibly, I'm not going to say more important, but definitely more influential on children. That's daughters and sons. Because for the sons, we lead by example. Like, if your dad's a G, like, even any gangster you see, like Big Meech, Eazy-E, like, they call themselves Little Meech or Little Eazy-E because he's more influential. Like, even Diddy's sons, they emulate the fuck out of their fathers. They don't learn shit in life. They just want to be exactly like their fathers because of who their fathers were. So your image as a father, when you got a son, your son want to be like you. With a daughter, your daughter want to fuck with a dude that act like you. So for a daughter, what'll happen is she'll be, that's raised by a single woman. She'll be a great student. She'll be respectable, do all her chores. But because she never had that male example in her life, any nigga could come along and fuck her head up.
You're speaking in general, of course.
In general. Granted, some women duck that curse. But men are generally more powerful than women. We're more manipulative. We're more persuasive. So I'm saying that because I've done it. I'm saying that because I put it like this: if a boy is raised with his head on his shoulders good, he might get tricked into spending some money, or to falling in love and getting tricked out of something. But a woman, I don't give a fuck what gift or gab she knows, she can't fuck his life up. Because he gonna revert back to what he learned.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna one day learn and go back to his basics. But a woman could be the perfect chick, perfect girl, and a man could fuck that up. He could turn her into a criminal. He could turn her into a hoe. He could turn into somebody who completely forgets about the morals they learned from their mother. But if the father was present the whole time of her life, she already got the lessons in her head, and she's going to emulate the man that she was raised by. A woman can't fuck a man's life up. Not a good man. She can't fuck his life up. She can't. You got something to say about that?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
no, he's just speaking in absolutes, but you know what I'm saying?
I am.
Yeah, a woman can't fuck him. I mean, it's just different types. It's manipulative people, bro. It's manipulative people, and when they find the right people to manipulate, they manipulate. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying
I can't
is,
get into the gender shit.
I am getting the genders.
No, I'm saying I can't.
If you're a woman who's raised with great morals, but you were never had the influence of a strong man, a man can come along and ruin your life.
You can say the same about a man. You can say a man who
I can't, bro. I think men are built different. Because say if you're a man who raised with
Mike Tyson.
But how was he morally? Mike Tyson was
Mike
already
Tyson
fucked up.
was destroyed by.
But he was already fucked up though.
Okay. So if all right, so
bad example, not Mike Tyson.
So
he was already
the only way, give me something other than heartbreak.
No, what I'm saying to you is that
give me something other than heartbreak that a man can do to a woman who was raised right.
Bro, he can make her move drugs for him and turn her into a whole fucking criminal. He could turn her out and turn her into a prostitute.
Griselda Blanco.
What do you mean? Who she did that to?
The whole South Florida.
Right, but were those guys already, were they morally raised right?
Well, I'm just saying.
That's my point I'm making.
Maybe some of them, maybe not.
I don't know any examples.
We just talked earlier about how getting somebody while they're young and getting them into...
What I'm saying is...
You're saying a grown man.
I'm saying a grown
You're saying women are more impressionable than men.
100%. I stand behind that. Way more impressionable.
I'm not going to disagree with that. It's something to think about. It's something to think about.
What you mean?
I'm saying, all right, so for instance, right? Like, I have 4 daughters, right? Now, if I wasn't involved in their lives and they didn't know who I was, any man can come along and say, yo, come fuck with me. I'm going to give you the world. I'm going to show you this, show you that. And she fall for it because she's impressionable. But he's fronting. You know what I'm saying? Listen, anybody could get got. Even my daughters. As well or as bad as I raised them, they could get got. But the I told you so's and those type of guys that's in the world, I already told them about them niggas.
What about simps? Simps aren't necessarily like fucked up in their head. They just get manipulated by women. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the criteria for simp is like raised wrong and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think for them it's more of an emotional aspect. I don't think a woman has it. For instance, being a simp doesn't ruin your life. It might fuck you up financially. It can. It can fuck you up
because
on a
it's
financial
fucked
level.
up women who take advantage of simps.
Right, but you'll never.
As a matter of fact, simping only matters when it's a fucked up woman.
All right,
because if it's a good woman, simping is good. It's not simping.
Well, okay, watch this. There's no recovering.
I feel like we're loud, or maybe it's my headphones.
It wasn't loud. The recovery, for a male, is a lot easier than the recovery for a woman.
We just get new pussy. We good.
What? Oh yeah,
it helps.
Right.
That don't help.
If you, a girl could be a whole straight A student, and some nigga could come along and manipulate her to move drugs for him, and she'll do it. She won't understand what kind of man, because she with a dude who beats the shit out of her. Like the things that a man is capable of doing, a woman will destroy her forever. Women don't traditionally do that to men. They can't do that to us. We have the power to destroy women more than they have to destroy us. Because we can destroy them physically, we can destroy them financially, mentally, spiritually. They can't do that to us.
Only
physically.
Only physically you can cross off.
I feel like
for women, right? Only physically.
That's a big one.
Yeah, but that's the only one you could cross off.
But that daddy involved in her life.
Because
like a nigga beat the shit out of her.
We're trying to point out what's exclusive to men and what's exclusive to women and what they can do to the other gender.
No, I know, but what could a woman do?
What I'm saying is he made a list and he said like men can do this to women, but the only thing you could cross off if you...
I know, but I'm saying like what what you said physically, right?
Yeah,
What could
so I'm trying to
what
explain.
physically what
Women
could
can't beat most women can't beat most men ass.
They
yeah,
can't.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
So cross that off. Other than that, women can do all those things back to
No, they
women
can't.
that he named.
I don't know any examples of a woman making a man become a criminal because she's criminal.
Yeah, because criminality it needs a physical background. It still goes back to physical.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does. If
That's
women,
mental.
if criminal activity didn't have a big chance of physical violence, women would be more involved.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about like
Right?
simply.
You don't think so?
All right. Here's what I'm saying. Right, like say,
I'm
yo,
not-
Quasi. Let me
not
give
quite.
let me give you an example. Most drug dealers are men. I would say 90%.
Why?
Because
because women can't sell drugs.
Women
No.
can.
Okay, so what is it that's keeping them from doing it?
Okay, but that's not the point.
The
We're not
danger of
talking-
the
we're-
physical
Yeah,
violence.
We're not going to talk about the ifs. We're going to talk about what is.
That's
right?
not an if.
All right. So most of the time, a man can hand a woman a kilo, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I need you to take this such and
Traffic.
such for me.
Traffic, yeah.
You have her trafficking it from me.
But
And
not
she'll do
dealing
it.
drugs.
And I'm going to tell you why it's mental. She's doing it because she loves him. Because
Traffic.
he manipulated her to do that. He didn't threaten her with physical harm. He manipulated her. A woman can't do that to a man.
Because they're not the drug dealers. You can only use a drug dealer for
Right,
that.
so that's why it stands the way it stands.
But come out of drug dealing and all the other things that can be manipulated. Women are doing that. Women are manipulating. Drug, that's what I'm saying. You cross drug dealing off because of the physical violence. If there wasn't physical violence attached to drug dealing, women would be dealing drugs. Probably better than men.
No.
Why not?
No, I doubt it.
Why?
Well, that'll never happen, so. It won't.
Why?
It will never happen.
Because it's physically harmful.
Right,
bro.
and it's physically...
This thing, so that's what I'm saying. That I feel like drug dealing goes under the physical aspect, the physical dominance aspect. That's not a good field for women to be in.
Yeah, it's easy. For
Like
them
women
to-
don't
yeah.
need to be pulling up doing drug deals. That's not. That's,
Okay, so because all of these...
they can't
all right,
scrap
so
it out.
Then that would be most things, then.
No, only things that deal with the only things that are attached to physical violence, like drugs. That's what I'm
All
saying.
right, so the only what I'm saying is the only way a woman could damage a man is mentally and financially.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree that testosterone is a less emotional hormone than estrogen?
No, well, you mean emotionally unstable?
Right. We're
Because it's
we're
all
more,
emotions.
but we're more logical than women. That's
We
a fact.
are more
I'll make that
logical
statement
than
and stand
women.
behind it.
Okay.
We're more logical than women.
Okay.
Right. So because we're more logic and they're more emotion based, we have the power and the capability to ruin them than they have to ruin us. Because we're not going in emotionally. We're going in logically and thinking about what we can get out of the deal.
But we're more possessive.
Right.
So-
Which ties into physical as well.
No.
It can turn
no.
into that.
No, I'm mentally possessive. Mentally.
Right.
So when we lose possession of a woman, we're going nuts. We lose our minds. So you can't really, you know what I mean? I do agree that we're more logical, but I can't take that and say, oh, we ruin women's lives. That's why I said earlier. I said name to prove that.
I'm gonna say
name,
some real. I'm gonna
real quick.
Right.
I just want to repeat what I said earlier.
Right.
In order to prove that, name something other than heartbreak.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
make-
I said earlier.
I'm
Heartbreak.
going to make a
Yeah,
super
heartbreak.
blanket statement. I'm going to make a super blanket statement.
Okay.
And I just forgot it because it was fire.
Well, it'll probably come back. Name something other than heartbreak.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying? We got them on that because they're more attached to the opposite sex. They're more emotionally attached.
Right.
So we got them on that. We're more likely to go cheat than they are.
Right,
More
so-
likely.
so- all right.
We'll break their heart more in that
So
sense.
with that being said, the presence of a good man can change a woman's outcome in life regardless of how good her mother raised her. Because I stated this before. A incredible mom can make the most perfect woman and raise her to be perfect, or the most perfect son.
Yeah.
But another man can step into that and fuck that up. Because the absence of the man he should have had in his life. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would have to come up with examples, but I'm just going based off me being a father of 6 and me being raised by single women. Because I know because of what I lacked with a father, what I lacked from a father, I didn't complete certain tasks that I should. I'm a late bloomer.
Okay.
I'm 40 and I figured it out. And I would say I figured it out because of what I was taught.
Got you.
Growing up from a woman.
Right.
But if that man was there, I would have been doing this shit at 20 years old, 18. You know what I mean? Like, damn, if Pops was dope, like I'm dope to my kids, I would have been official at 18. I've been a millionaire by the time I was 25 with my talent. Because the thing about it is, with myself, you, and you, what we have in our heads and in our minds and what we do, we don't need a job. We don't need to work for nobody. We can get rich and be successful purely off what we was born with. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
Okay.
Like, that shit can't be taught. But if my father pushed me, like I pushed mine. Like my daughter, Vicky's 19. Vicky got her own business. My daughter's 22. She's married.
But we can also say if your mother pushed you too, right? Your mother can push you.
My mother can push me.
Ask Kanye.
But I was right. But
Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Your mother can, I'm not saying I got a devil's
There's
advocate.
amazing mothers out here.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when you put daddy in the mix, shit get a little lit. Like, it get a little more lit. When daddy come around, the shit get a little more lit. It get a little more lit for you. I'm not saying there's not amazing mothers who can accomplish certain things for their children and push their children to do certain things. But what I'm saying is, when daddy come along, it get a little lit. When that respectable man is around, because look, we're the dominant figure. We're the dominant figure in the household. We're the dominant figure in the world. And when we assert ourselves in these positions, great things can happen. I'm not saying women aren't great. I'm just saying the presence.
When I was younger, I used to get excited to see my pops. Now it's like, I was like, whatever, nigga.
You know what I mean? Your pops
we loud.
And your pops is an official dude. Like, he may have been motivated by the women in his life and, you know, your sister and my sister. But everything he accomplished, he did it on his own.
Yeah, nah,
he did it because he wanted to. They may have suggested some shit, but you know how your pops is. If that nigga don't want to do it, he ain't doing it. Period. They can't make him do shit, but he can make them do shit. Bet that. A man is not measured by the amount of money he has, about what he brings to the table. It's about who you are as a man, period. Because I've been the brokest nigga in the world running my crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? With the respect of my children and the people around me. I say this all the time.
A lot of broke women running cribs.
Because the niggas is pussy.
Not even that.
Okay.
You can't. Oh.
Yeah, but then,
when you say running a crib, you mean like him too?
Oh, with a man too?
What you mean?
Or by herself?
No, with a man. With a man.
Pussy niggas.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Listen, listen. The for me, the measure
pussy
of
niggas
or beta males. Everybody can't be an alpha. Let's keep it 100. Everybody can't be an alpha.
No, I feel you. Or she's good at this. I'm gonna let her keep going. That's beta. In a sense.
That's beta.
Yeah,
it's beta. If you allow a woman to run you
pussy
beta.
though. Beta, I'll give you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
on
you beta 100%.
Yeah, but pussy, that's like.
Smart. I'll say this. A truly rich man is a man who his kids will run to him while his hands is empty. You know what I mean? Your kids run to you when you ain't got nothing in your hands. Your kids, like, every day, bro. When I go pick up my little man from school, bro, this nigga run to me 100 miles an hour. And to see that, like, when he do that, it make me want to do better. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. In life. Yo, could you check my camera real quick to make sure I'm Gucci? Because I know that shit went out.
Right.
I don't want to, I mean, big chain tonight, so you know what I mean?
Big chain.
Hold on. Let me give myself a quick little. Big chain, I mean, while you checking cameras?
Oh, yeah, we going. Yeah,
my shit ended?
Yeah, that's good. We good.
You got something else you want to say, Majesty?
No, I'm straight on that.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I'm going right now. I'm keeping it up though.
Yo, Knicks, we
Now,
go.
but you know what's crazy? This show was dope because my nigga, we usually don't do we 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't expect that tonight. It's a dope show, man. Dope show. When we get into our bag, we get into our busy. What you about to say, Nick Short?
Nah, I was just saying Knicks Eastern Conference Finals.
Yo,
Knicks Nets Eastern Conference Finals.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Wouldn't that be fire?
Bro, that's a Subway series.
That would be crazy.
That's another Subway series. Yeah. But what if that happens one year where it's the Yankees, Mets, Knicks, Nets?
Knicks, Nets. City's gonna be bananas.
The city's gonna be fucking
Not during
nuts,
COVID.
bro.
You gotta save that for.
Yeah, you can't do it during. But I mean, if it happened, it happened. But if the Knicks are on a tear, like you say, and they could keep up that momentum, it's gonna happen eventually because it's definitely gonna happen. Yeah. Soon, like soon. Whether it's this year.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even into basketball like that. That's why I be talking about it. I just
You'll get into it. Nigga, if the city's on fire from a sport, you getting into it. You're getting into it, bro. You sit in the Giants cage, my nigga, like.
Nah, yeah, I fuck with football, but they be disappointing me, so I don't even be watching it.
Bro, I ain't got no choice now. I got the shit tattooed on me, my nigga. Like,
yeah,
it's inked on me, so I'm Giants for life, my nigga. Let me see if we got anything else on the docket. That was a dope convo, yo. Thank y'all, man. And thank you for participating, giving us some insight on the youth dem. What else we got? Are we good on everything else? Oh yeah. Also, I stated that Maul and Rory is back. But Joe, Maul said something on the show. He felt some kind of way about you having co-hosts. I feel the same way, nigga. We've been doing this shit for 3 years. We ain't never changed. Our co-host left. She left. She bounced off the show. We replaced her, Kwesi?
Nah, but
Not
I
at
don't.
no
I don't,
point.
I don't think. No, he didn't. No, actually, no. We're not doing that because
We would never do that.
Because I watched. No. I'm saying Joe didn't do that. Joe made it clear when they left. Yo, this is Rory. I saw that part. He said, "This is Rory's seat."
He did,
and that's Maul's seat until they're ready to come back. So we're not gonna do that.
No, we are gonna do that because what we did was we had different co-hosts every week. We didn't make it seem like we had permanent replacements.
How did he make it, bro? Come on.
He had the same niggas every week.
I repeat. He said.
Watch this. Fuck what he said.
Hold on.
All right, watch this. I'm gonna go.
It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who's in the seat. It doesn't matter who, unless they got beef.
It matters, bro.
Unless them niggas got beef.
No, see, you're looking at it from the business perspective. I'm looking at it from a fan perspective. Because from a fan perspective is, if I got used to seeing the same niggas 7 years, and then they bounce, and I bring in new niggas, what's going to happen if I hear these new niggas 5-6 weeks in a row? Now I got used to them.
So how you gonna just tell them that? Oh yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
easy.
Yeah.
Easy. That's easy. If I'm really a fan, it's easy to just go. Thank you. Let's get back to our original shit. What's the problem?
I'm really a fan, and it was very uncomfortable hearing Rory.
First of all, them niggas is them new niggas is trash. So
yeah, they can't.
Nobody's attached to them, bro.
But what I'm saying is, it was headed. All right, here's the difference. And academics said that, and I hate to even quote academics on anything because that nigga get on my nerves.
He be making sense though.
No, he said some real shit. He said, "How are you gonna allow?" He said the thing with them new niggas is, and I peeped it. They don't. They pod like we pod. We pod like. We almost pod like clout chasers. We're not afraid to say we pod for real. We don't become friends with industry niggas. And it's like, damn, we can't say nothing about that because we cool with this nigga. Like, we don't hold back on nobody. Everybody get the same smoke.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like, they hold back on niggas they friends with. And with them new niggas, them niggas was letting everybody have it. That's the difference. And when you allow new niggas in, and then peep the fans who've been watching and supporting the show, and they start to see that, like, yeah, finally some people who gonna just say what's on their mind.
They gonna respect it more.
They gonna respect it more.
But it seem more real.
Right.
People do not respect those
yes, they did.
co-hosts more.
A lot of people have said that they're better than Maul and Rory.
Where is this coming? A lot of people.
Have you heard people not say it? I'm telling you, I've heard people say I'm a fan.
I heard people saying when Kevin Samuels was on there, them niggas was annoying. They needed to shut the fuck up.
I said that, and it was one.
No, it wasn't just you, bro. It was all in the comments. It was all in the comments.
I'm saying this as a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, a huge fan of it. I watch these comments on a regular basis, and those people were starting to gravitate towards the new host.
That's not Joe Budden. You can't blame somebody for that.
I'm not blaming Joe Budden for that.
He needs somebody to talk, but you're saying it like he did something wrong. Like
you got to watch the show. This is what Maul said. Maul said, from his perspective, and I don't agree with it.
Okay, but okay,
I don't agree with it. All right, here's what I would have done. Right, what we did.
Yeah.
When Chinks
left the show, you don't agree with? What Maul said, or what?
I don't agree with Maul said. Like, I would just put the show on hold till we figured out. I wouldn't have did that. Hell no.
Put the show on hold?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because if you and Chinks can't show up for 1 week, nigga, I'm still doing the show. Yeah. But what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna bring on 2 different co-hosts. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's what we did. Yeah. When Chinks left the show, we never made a permanent staple. We brought on a different person every week. That way, the fans won't get used to a new and make it look like they've been replaced. That's what Joe made it look like.
Weren't these cats already a part of the show, though?
No. Oh. These are 2 different people. And that's what I'm saying. Joe was responsible for that because he allowed the fans to think that. When you bring 2 new people on and you bring the same exact people every week and make it looks like they had a drop.
So you wanted him...
Listen, he gave them niggas a drop.
Because he don't know these niggas is coming back.
Don't matter. You replaced them.
At that point. Yeah, but I mean, how long do you wait?
So I can see more feeling away.
Yeah, but how long do you want Joe to wait?
But they never said they wasn't coming back. So why they say they're not coming? Why they say they not coming back? You got 2 new niggas on the show and you gave them a drop, put them in my chairs?
Yeah.
Nah, that's nasty, bro.
It's either that or just end the show.
Right. Or swap it out. You got nigga bring new niggas every week.
That's easy.
Until you and your people figure it out.
Easy for you to say.
So fuck what he's saying. I'm talking about what he was doing. That shit was nasty. That's why we're a better podcast.
There might be a lot of people scared to get on that show. It might not be as easy as you think to get a bunch of people on there.
To sit around that nigga Joe Budden, that shit got to be extremely hard, son.
So that's what I'm saying.
A jerk,
so he just get whoever he get.
His friends.
That's what I'm saying.
He only bring his friends on. He not bringing in no strangers because it's not gonna go well.
All I'm saying is, if y'all niggas leave the show, if I leave a show, I'm not giving a fuck about what niggas is doing on the show.
If you're taking a break, I'm not about to give a new nigga a drop. I'm not about to have a nigga there every week. That nigga's gonna know, like, nah, nigga, my nigga's coming back.
Heard you.
He stopped even saying Rory and Maul. He stopped saying their names. The nigga gave them other niggas a drop. A sexy drop, too. It was nasty, son. Like, he gave them a better drop than, like, he did them niggas dirty. Like,
Joe does not have.
You said a drop. You talking about like an introduction on the? Oh.
All right. So when the show started, they go new Joe Budden. They go new Rory and Mal. He removed theirs and had some sexy chick like new eyes. Like had them new.
Yeah, but they removed themselves.
Right, but they never said they was off the show. They just Joe. Listen, you gotta listen to the episode from today. Joe told them to take a break.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't walk off. Okay, he told them to take a break.
That was important.
And you brought new niggas on, and that's a little nasty, son. Niggas got a right to feel some kind of way.
Why he told them to take a break?
Well, he told Rory to take a break because he felt like Rory wanted to fight him. And Maul, being a loyal nigga he is, he like, yo, I'm not about to do the shit without Rory.
So how about Rory just say, I don't want to fight you?
No.
Let's keep it doing the show.
It wasn't that simple.
Okay then.
Joe made a decision to tell Rory to get off the show. And Maul is like, yo, listen, if we're going to make that decision, we need to have the conversation as a group before we make that decision. Joe didn't want to make the decision with Maul involved. So Maul felt like, yo, how you going to make that decision without us? All 3 of us are a team. And you're going to make a decision on me? I walk too.
I'm just saying.
So now, nigga, you let me know when you wanted to have this conversation. And he never had the conversation. He just brought new niggas on. That's fucked up, bro.
Yo,
that's fucked up, son.
But he wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
That's how he felt. They never had a conversation about it. He felt like he wanted to fight him.
So he just left, and they didn't have a conversation.
No, Joe
Talking
felt
about
like
Rory, not Maul.
Joe felt like Rory wanted to fight him.
Okay.
So he sent Rory a text and said, "Yo, take a couple of weeks off."
That's how it went down.
Yeah, they said it on the show. You watch it.
And then Rory, and how did Rory feel?
Rory sent back question marks, like what? And then he sent them back exclamation marks.
So Rory didn't just say, "Yo, I don't want to fight you."
Rory didn't even know why he said that in the first place.
Yeah, he's nuts.
They never had the conversation.
You sure?
Positive. Listen to the show, bro.
All right, I'm gonna listen.
He never had the conversation with the nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? You gotta watch the show though. You gotta watch the show because he actually let them talk about what happened.
You gotta send that shit to me when you watch it.
No. It's the new episode.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like when you watch it, just send me that.
I
shit.
literally
like on some social media shit. Like send it to me.
That's why I stopped it. I literally started watching it when y'all was on y'all way over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I needed something to listen to while I was setting up the studio.
Got you.
So while I'm like, let me listen to the new episode, and I saw Rory and Maul. I'm like, wait a minute, these niggas is back.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out he was back.
Yeah. Well, if you want this episode before Sunday, we gotta wrap this shit up.
Oh yeah, we gonna wrap it up. We 2 hours and 24 minutes in, but it was a dope episode, man. Dope episode.
Yeah.
You got a good time, man. This is what we do, man.
Yeah.
Run our fucking mouths.
You able to come back? Hey, bro, you can come back anytime, man.
All jokes aside.
Dope co-host, man. Chinks. Prayers to you and your family. Feel better. Yeah, she had a rough day.
We love you.
We love you, Chinks. But that's gonna be episode 113 in the books. And I still ain't got the motherfucking episode, the goddamn song about. I know you put it up. Episode 113 in the book. Shout out to Fredo Cash, Baltimore.
I need it.
Stand up. You know what I mean? All jokes aside, baby. Episode 113. We are out of here. Till next week, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bow, 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 bow.
Whoa. Fredo. I love that. Me and Pyrex together. Watch 2 words collide. Me and Jackie bored out the suites and we got hella whores inside. Whoa. I'm the shit. Bitch, all jokes aside. I'm the shit. Bitch, all jokes aside. Me and Pyrex together. Watch 2 words collide. Me and Jackie bored out the suites and we got hella whores inside. Whoa. I'm the shit. Bitch, all jokes aside. I'm the shit. Bitch, all jokes aside. I'm the shit. Need a nigga, I had to say more. Ain't nobody gonna do it like this. Coming out of body more. I know Jackie got some whores. I know Pirates got some whores. Trying to get these niggas share they bitches cause I'm so sick of fucking yours.